pretty big recap. So just a short, you guys are in the Bearhead Tavern. You guys have just gotten up from the previous day of the ambush, and you guys are all sitting down to breakfast. Jack's pretty deep in thought over all the things on
Being hungover.
Scarlet and being hungover. Yeah, he's a heavy drinker. And the half elf chick bursts in the room, slams all those letters down on the floor, and leaves. So you guys had a chance to go ahead.
Sorry, something I didn't understand. Was this just she just gave these letters to the five of us, or is this like this is news for everyone around the
It
city?
was news for everybody. She slapped down a whole stack of them, and some
Oh,
random
okay.
people picked up. And then she left, and she had like a whole carrier bag, and
Got it.
went out into the street and kept. You could hear her yelling. Yeah, that's a little better. Um, one question: who's been carrying the trident? I know Ashinda had the trident from uh, the the cave back to Castigan, and I don't remember who had the trident or if you kept it.
Well, I would say, I mean, since we're trying to stick with
Dwayne
that,
has
like,
it.
unless
Yeah,
we specified it. Oh, that's right. We
Dwayne
gave it
the
to
Rock.
Dwayne.
Yeah.
That we did specify that. That's right.
Or he went and hid it somewhere, or I don't know.
Okay.
He's pooping on people.
I remember we had talked about it, but I don't remember if we actually put it into plan or action or not. That's what we
You
talked
did.
about.
You had, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So one thing that after you touched it, Ashinda had nightmares and reoccurring dreams just about every night since. And it seems to be three reoccurring dreams. The first one is it's Kagar, and he's leading this army attacking a castle, and all the forces are just falling in numbers from arrows and magical attacks, and a bunch of undead all around. And Kagar runs through the front line up to the castle wall and takes his big old hammer and breaks a huge hole in the wall. And it's kind of that short scene, and then it kind of fades and dissipates. Another one that keeps reoccurring is this human, and he's standing in this really dimly lit room, and you can hear him chanting some arcane ritual, and all these arcane objects around him. And as this invocation crescendos, he's hit by an arrow in the shoulder, and it kind of spins him around, and all the powerful magic he was using and controlling gets unbound, pulls him apart, and like rips the caster into pieces and just implodes and disappears into like a blackness. The third dream that you keep having, and it's nothing else you've been able to dream since you've held this trident piece. These numerous mages are just barraging this large red dragon, and the mages are pushing this dragon back, and it's backing up, and it backs up into this like cave, and all the mages hit the walls with meteors and fireballs, and the cave collapses down in front of the dragon, and lava flows over the entrance and seals it closed. So those three keep churning in your mind, and they're nothing like crazy, but they don't feel natural by any means. And it's kind of today that they've really been in the forefront of your mind. You usually wake up and you won't remember them, but every day they get progressively more intense.
Okay. Sorry, I was just writing that down. So I'm going to convey that to the party and just kind of tell them it, that I've been having these dreams and they're getting, they're getting really intense the longer we hold on to because I'm going to assume that it's, they're continuing this way because we still have the trident piece. So just what was, and sorry, I was pulling up my note thing. What was this the start of the first dream? It ended with Kagar smashing through a wall with a hammer, but what was like the start of it?
It's just the army that's besieging this castle, and there's all
Mhm.
these undead around attacking the army, and things coming down from the walls from spells to arrows, and it just seems like chaos. And the army that's besieging the wall it's kind of losing. It seems like.
Okay. Okay.
You dream of song?
Yes, a song.
No. I sung song. It had line.
Oh, yes, I remember this song.
Where was it? A second. Yeah.
Your battle with the
Yeah.
other bard.
Yeah. And as the oxen unbroken, the strain against the yoke, Kagar madly struck the wall, and the wall madly broke. Song of Kagar and Lich person, or wizard person, undead person, same thing.
Yes, I remember now.
This your dream?
Yes.
Was it Darian? Darian the Exactor?
Darian.
He's in one of his emails.
Yeah, here we go. It's if you go under characters, he's got some list of NPCs.
NPCs.
Darian is the Magistros of the Conclave of Grey Mages, caretaker of the Halls of Knowledge.
Okay.
So I think the plan was to make a. I think we were talking of doing like a procession where we didn't actually have the piece, but to see if it would get targeted.
Right.
When we brought it there, and then just have the bird bring it at the very end. But to see if we could draw anybody out with it.
I wonder if I was just gonna say who's probably the sneakiest in our group. Dan's character. It would be Tyrael.
Probably.
I could cast invisibility.
Because I'm wondering if, like, after we drop this thing off, if we leave somebody behind to kind of watch who shows up.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
as much as I hate sneaking around and would just prefer to confront people,
Yeah, I get
I
what.
think that would be the best way of getting the information that we need.
Tyrael turns to you all and says, I'm more than willing to sneak and do whatever you guys need, but as soon as we return that trident to Darian, he's supposed to give us the king's letter to be able to release my mom. I'm not going to want to.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of important.
Well,
I
then
don't-
can we do then we can do the invisibility with Kale.
Not going to last long enough.
God damn it.
I mean, I can sneak around, but I don't know how long I'm going to want to hang around.
When you can go release your mom.
Yeah.
Beneficio could maybe shapeshift into a mouse or a spider or something innocuous.
I could, but I need to see where these magical creatures are being held. If they're being held against their will, the king will have to answer.
Have we met Nagakuda yet?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So we got these letters. Did we ever decide what interpretation we're going to go with on those, or what we might do about the letters? Or the prophecy thing?
No, we didn't. You mean the proclamation?
Yeah.
We haven't yet.
Well, let's focus on one thing. I mean, can we? Which one do we want to talk about? Do we want to get the peace back, or do we want to figure out the proclamation first?
I suppose the peace pack's the most immediate concern. The
Yeah.
proclamation concerned stuff to the east that sounded like it concerned stuff to the east that might be of interest to you, given.
Yeah, that's
But I suppose we might have time afterwards. But I guess if something happens with the peace, we might have to make choices quickly. So if we kind of had a plan beforehand, we might be better.
prepared.
Yeah, choose in the moment. Wow, I can't talk. I better drink some more.
And we never found any solid connection between that and this current situation.
You guys
Between the-
didn't the paper.
Yeah.
You guys haven't looked into it at all yet. But I guess
Yeah,
I
we
know.
were.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying we're at the tavern right now, right? And
Yeah.
She just put it down, so we're all just sitting around a table talking. Sort of
Well, I
thing.
mean,
So,
even in over, like as players, we have the email thread, but we're not sure if there's a connection between the letter and the trident.
Yeah.
correct. Well, right now my vote is to kind of pocket the letter for now and get the trident piece over to Darian.
Fine by me.
So
Yeah, what's wrong with no ruse and just giving the trident piece, getting free materials, mother's on it?
Do we want to parade it through town, though? I mean, that could be a morale boost to the city.
as
And
far as
Yeah, and
as far as you know, the king
hasn't
hasn't released any of this information. You haven't heard. You haven't heard
bunch of
anything.
So everybody
the
be
orc
like,
is going to sing of the peace. Nothing bad will come of this.
So yeah, the king seemed to hold a private court when you guys came in, both to get the quest and when you guys came back. So it didn't seem like there was many people involved, and any of this quest for this trident seems like maybe a long shot and isn't being touted as the savior of Cassigan at this point.
What is this privacy you speak of? This is related to wearing clothes.
Oh, Kyle, put that away.
you got, all right, so should we go to Darian?
So just for timeline wise, you guys hadn't promised to bring the trident until the following day, so tomorrow in games terms.
Okay.
So Benefisto's club is ready to be picked up as far as the intestine wrap, and you just probably need to get that blessed. I know, Ashinda, you talked about a bow and some arrows and stuff. That's pretty easy in a player's handbook. So anything you find, you can grab for whatever money you need.
Speaking of which, can somebody send me that link to that? The player's handbook, like the web.
Oh, yeah.
While you're doing that, Tyrael, he leans over and says, I don't know what we all have planned for today, but I believe Ashinda has one more vision for the frog. If you'd like to lick the toad before we all either split up or...
Yeah.
Lick that toad.
Lick that toad.
You know what? I like that too.
Doss, toad. Doss.
DOS Toad. I love it. All right. So you guys kind of all go into the kind of private room that's in the side of the bar, settle around and place your hands on Ashinda as he prepares himself to lick the frog. You take one good lick of the frog, and once again the familiar sensation of kind of your vision clouding and opening up in this different realm, and you see yourself as a boy this time, but you see flashes practicing relentlessly with weapons and armor and mounts, and the scenes flash into a great hall with all kinds of retainers and lords and the emperor at the far end, and all the retainers are kneeling in precise rows, leading away from the dais where the emperor sits. And Ashinda, the youngest face in the entire room, walks between the rows and kneels before the great man sitting atop this ornate throne. The liege lord, he places a katana in Ashinda's outstretched hands, as every one of you can feel this immense sense of pride fill you as you're holding this katana. And as you blink, the whole room disappears. And this time you see 3 huge cyclopses dragging this like fresh carcass. Each one has a fresh carcass of centaur, and they drag it up to this jagged altar. And above the altar is the body of what appears to be a druid, and he's lashed to this log with spears and spikes protruding from the body. And the cyclops drops the carcass upon the altar, and another cyclops, robed in fur and claws, digs his hand into the flesh and tears apart the bodies with these sickening cracks. As the blood pours down the altar, the cyclops raises his bloody hands and chants, "Ograthora, strength of war, disease and undeath, receive this offering and mark our quarry." And the lifeless body of the druid shudders and opens its mouth. "Land defiled, spread my bile. The centaurs will be yours." And as this weird crackling voice comes out of this corpse, it just tears away really quickly, and once again you see this spiraling decaying tower sitting amidst all these encroaching trees, with similarly dilapidated buildings and walls all around it, and a highly overgrown road leading towards the tower begins to wither and die as if scorched by death itself. And this man of shadow moves slowly along the path, and its edges lashing violently if blown and pulled about in every direction. And several limbs propel the shadow forward, forming into itself and disappearing, and reappearing and flickering like a flickering of a flame. And with each perceivable step, the ground is laid entirely bare, and after the shadow passage, bulges in the dirt form and skeletal claws burst from their earthen tombs. And just as you're feeling this terror of this undead rising from the ground, you're all pulled back into the tavern.
Awesome music.
Yeah.
Dan, I think you enjoyed the descriptions of the cyclops and the carcasses. It's a little too much.
That was awesome.
It's a little too much.
You guys seem to enjoy it, so
Yeah.
so everyone kind of
Okay,
looks
well,
around.
Fisto, that your druid?
That was not my mentor.
Benefisto, you
That
do
is
actually
some-
recognize it as Haveron,
Oh, I do.
the decaying corpse of Haveron.
Oh,
Yeah. And where are the centaurs located? Like in the land?
Oh yeah. I'll see if I have any knowledge of them.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Just give me a second. Keep on talking about something else while I look at it. Oh, did I freeze?
it would appear that that's what
No, you're good.
is causing. So my guess is that's what's causing the plague in my homeland, Indie
Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
because he did say something about the east, correct? Huh?
Who did?
He said, "Spread my bile."
Yeah.
Yeah, my bile.
Oh.
So, James, go ahead and make a geography check as well. And Mikhail, you're pretty familiar with being from an orc tribe that's fairly nomadic. Um, all the free tribes within Sindara are made up of a lot of the centaurs and orcs and goblins and any of the tribes that don't want to live in cities and live under the rule of someone else. Um, so any one of the tribes could be anywhere within Sindara,
Hmm.
and it's not necessarily you're sure of where they might be. However, between Benefisto and Mikhail, you kind of recognize the area that they were in was more of a deciduous forest, and of where you kind of grew up, Benefisto, up in
Hmm.
the northeastern area. Here, let me draw a little freehand little circle here, right about here. Um, uh, Up north of the river on the northern part of this kind of peninsula continent.
Huh.
Um, mm,
Are there specific areas where the Cyclops live? The Cyclopes?
Benefisto, you've run into Cyclopses before in your homeland forest, but you do know that they do also live in a lot of hilly areas. So they could be in several places along the Dragonspine Mountains or out in the Wending Hills to the west of Castigan.
Hmm. So that could either be the present or the future, if I remember the kind of the logic of these dreams right. Because the one with the Shindu is definitely the past.
yeah, well, the one with Haveron would have to have been the past as well. Um,
Or present.
Yeah.
oh, that's right, because his grave. We just recently found out that his grave was defiled,
Defiled.
Yeah.
so they took his body. Ooh.
So that would make the if the shadow is heading towards the east, then that means there all the more reason to go there, and that sounds like a undead spreading. If we could stop the Man of Shadows, we'd be able to prevent calamity.
Hmm. Was there anything that I saw, that my character saw, that would have given him any idea where, if they were in Nihon, and if so, whereabouts?
Which vision? The second or third one?
The
Cyclopses?
the Cyclopses and the one with Haveron.
That's the
Were
same
they
one.
in? Oh, okay.
Um,
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it didn't seem like any vegetation you'd seen before,
Hmm.
as far as your homeland had gone.
Hmm.
So, what would you guys like to do?
We found out Scarlet might be to the south. I mean,
Yeah, it seems like east and south are the two directions that may make sense next.
Yeah.
I can't remember if there was any reason other than Scarlet to go south.
yeah, I don't remember.
Well, did we also hear that there might be sightings of Michael's tribe to the near south as well?
That rings a bell.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Mikhail, when you had talked to the one orc,
Mm.
it said that the tribe is most likely along this coast from Castigan. And knowing the history of your tribe, they tend to stay pretty close to the coast so that they can raid with their longships.
Hmm. Well, that would make sense to check out the coast for my character then, to find out what's going on with the free tribes, because that could be if we could influence the free tribes. And I think the prophecy mentioned something of that too. I really should go find that letter. In fact, I will. I'll be right back.
You also we wrote it out in one of your emails.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I don't need to find the physical thing. Okay.
So as
we
you guys
also
are,
can't forget the city's currently besieged.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not like we just be like, oh, well, we're walking out of here.
Wait, how did we get here? We got here by boat, right?
yeah,
And we had one of those visions that the docks and the boats, like the dock section the port might be invaded and blockaded soon.
Yeah, with the cat people.
Yeah.
Right, but not yet.
correct.
But not yet. We don't know if that was, we assume that was one of the future visions. But we
And
don't
you
know
guys-
when that's going to happen.
You guys do have access to the kind of like rowing boat, but knowing the speed of it,
Rowing boat?
it'll probably take you a couple of days if you're going to just go out, touch base with the tribe, and come back.
Yeah.
And so it might be something. Tyrell said, we can do that after we return the trident, see what happens.
I'd be up for that. Maybe they'd have information.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. If Scarlet was to the south, maybe they'd have information. Though I don't know if she'd stand out.
Jack
hey,
is-
Hey, who was the Cyclops was praying to offering a sacrifice? Was that to Balagus?
I heard Ogra Torah,
Oh, okay.
God of War, or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I took some notes.
It was Thora.
Ah, Thora.
And Michael, make a religion check.
I've converted to.
And Jack, you've been.
Oh.
You're also pretty keen on trying to leverage Mikhail on getting your chest back, since you know that they took the chest that your stepfather had talked about giving to you before he died.
Oh, that. Yes.
Right, with possible more clues to Tekka.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking back over this and kind of trying to frame our different options here.
While you're looking, Matt, Mikhail, you've heard of Ugrathoa. It's a lesser god of pestilence and disease and war.
Oh.
Huh.
Maybe less of a god, possibly more of a demon. It's not entirely sure, but a lot of very chaotically evil creatures and tribes worship it for their strength and to fend off disease itself.
Common orc practice. Okay. I convey this information to the group.
It seems like we have there are two things pulling us east. One is pursuing the with Andy or with Shiva's homeland in the crisis missions and James's or Benefisto's interest in uncovering what happens with his mentor's defiled grave.
Yeah.
The visions we just had seem to indicate that things may be occurring over there as well that have relevance to the war. However, we are stuck in Castigan now and need to find a way out. The only way that it seems like we could go out now is by the coast. The coast would, even in order to get east, we have to go. The coast is to the south of the city. So we have to land somewhere to the south of the city.
I
The
see.
the inn where Jack really wants to go to find the next group for Scarlet is just 20 miles south.
So I'm drawing some pictures. So are you thinking something like this?
I think it's on the east coast of that little bay.
Yeah. So from what the I think it was Thacker, the guy that you guys interrogated, he said you followed the Kings Road south, and when it splits, which is right about here, you take the southern fork, which breaks off this way, and go down 20 miles, and you'll find
Oh,
an inn. So wherever that road goes, there's an inn down that way.
Ah,
it's 20 miles south of that, not south
Yeah.
of West Bend.
Yeah.
So it would take us 4 or 5 days to get down there.
Yes. By foot. And
yeah.
I guess you guys do
Well-
we have the pack horses and stuff now.
Yeah. Well, we do have to cross east somehow, and I know the army's invading from the north, right?
Yes,
North-
but it surrounds the city at this point up to the coastal cliffs.
Okay.
And so the blue route is probably not safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see what you're saying going there.
Um,
We have to cross this pass. Is there a pass at Glasser?
Up, like across the mountains this way.
yeah.
Mikhail, make a geography check.
Okay.
Good.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yes, there is. Just like that druid on the coast.
When you were in Glasser, you had noticed that there was more than just the one road that went to Glasser, that it went further up into the mountains. You're not sure if that ends in the mountains or crosses the mountains, but there were other roads.
Many roads in Gloucester. Therefore, road across mountain. Or
Road
Gloucester.
goes right up mountain.
Cousin Scavenging Road.
Hey, Cindy, what's for Shindo? What's this deal with bringing back the heart of the leader of the Shizukaru before you go back east?
I have to return my honor. I was dishonored because I wound up killing an innocent family going after this Shizukaru clan. And so I was disowned, but the emperor told me, or not disowned, but banished. But the emperor told me that if I have to complete a quest working with others, and I have to avenge my family and make right the fact that I killed this other innocent family by taking out the leader of the Shizukaru clan and proving that by bringing back his heart.
Oh.
Is that a specific
So I'm not even allowed in Nihon
Right.
until that happens, which is why Shinda is kind of trying to distance himself from the knowledge of what's going on in Nihon because I can't do anything about it until I complete what's going on right now.
Tyrael kind of he understands some of your revenge, and knowing that Benefisto and Ashinda are partially linked, at least in deaths from their past. As it says, you guys, we're kind of stuck here in Castigan at least until we return the Trident. We have a day. There's the halls of knowledge. There's all kinds of things that can be learned there. There's we can outfit ourselves for whatever may come, whether it be if we're trekking up into the northern coast of Sindara, up into the cold forests, we can outfit ourselves, or there's plenty of information to be gained. And I know that you guys had been interested in Lord Nagakuta's aid, and we got sidetracked with our fun little ambush yesterday.
Yeah, Shinda's just gonna say, after we return the trident piece, if we do not learn where the next piece is, I say we find Rose. Or Scarlet. The red lady.
It's Scarlet. No, I think it's Shinda's onto something here.
Scarlet is in danger, and we cannot allow this to continue. The longer we wait, the more danger she is in.
And if we start going down that way, when we deal with the Trident now, outfit ourselves, and we have to swing down south, learn what's up with the three tribes, have a chance to follow the target of someone who could still be living, and in the course maybe uncover a couple more clues.
Agreed.
Put us in better position to go east when
You know, this rare case, I agree with Jack. Jackass that he is.
I knew you'd come around it, Chanda.
Didn't you say ass was your middle name?
Oh.
Shinda will give Jack a friendly check on the shoulder. Yeah. Friendly stomp to the crotch.
Did we interrogate the? We did go talk to the guy down by the dock, didn't we?
No,
No.
I
no,
don't think
we planned on it doing. On that.
So
we've got a whole day. Do you guys want to go do that?
you
Let's go beat up somebody on the docks. Yeah.
I'm gonna do something. Let's go. Cross some places, man.
I'm hungover.
so just for recollection of what what's his name, Ashton, the bar owner, had told you, is that he's been seen down there, not that he's seen every day. So it's up to you if you guys want to try and find him, but it might not be a full. It might take more than a couple of days to locate him, especially since you're not entirely sure what he
Yeah.
looks like or.
Did we get information on the ship that they were going to take Matt to? Like there's some sort of contact down near a bar near the docks that was pretty shady.
Yes, I believe it's called the Ratway Inn, is a bar / tavern down on the docks, and the man that you guys released that would help smuggle somebody out of the city as a favor for letting him go.
I remember that.
He said that you can find him down there, and most of the people down in that tavern, he kind of informed you, are less than scrupulous people.
And we were planning on smuggling Tyrael's mother out, right?
If need be.
That was the plan if we needed to, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to... I don't really need anything. I was going to say I'm going to take this time to go get some stuff, but looking at bows, I kind of have the best thing available right now, so...
I need to go pick up my mace or my club and then take it to a priest of Gorza and get it blessed.
All right. So you guys kind of break off for the morning after eating breakfast, and you guys want to kind of tag up around lunch or something? Sounds like.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. I'm gonna put a request in too.
What did we decide about the Trident?
We need to wait another day because we told the king that it was going to be 3 days before the piece got here. So in order to keep up the appearance of telling the truth, we need to wait another day before we bring it to Darien. So we're just kind of passing the time and getting other things done while we wait for that.
So I remember with the letter she gave us, one of the things that stood out to my character was this Falcus the Bold person who I don't know much about. So I'm going to spend this time like going to the library and researching that.
Okay. Go ahead and make a. I believe it's a. Where is it?
It is A. Could be B.
It may be C.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. He's on it. I like it.
Diplomacy check for gather information.
okay. Oh, I like diplomacy.
Benefisto.
God, I thought I was gonna hit the.
Really?
So close.
So
It's awful.
So one of the awesome things about having the library in the city is you get plus.
Dan, while you're looking that up, I am going to go with Benefisto, just because I don't have anything pertinent going on that I need to do. And after Matt was ambushed, I don't think it's a good idea for any of us to go anywhere alone.
Let the orc go alone. Fuck you guys.
Don't really care about the orc. Somebody shoot him in the back with an arrow.
See, I think you should have gone.
No,
We don't want to let any person go alone.
no, I want to distance myself from both of the people that I don't like. So I'm going to suggest that Jack goes with Mikhail, and I'll go with James. Tyrael, you do whatever you want.
Okay, so Mikhail, the library lends +4 to all knowledge and like gather information checks. So you actually find a book on history of constellations within the library, and within it you actually also come across the War Chariot, as well as Falacus the Bold. Both of them are fairly not lengthy stories, but lengthy enough, and I'll forward those in the email. But you do kind of the gist is Falacus the Bold helped defeat. The Ages are constructed previously to Kagar as the ruling dragon of the area, and Doomwing, the Age of Doomwing, was of particularly terrible reign, and Falacus ended that reign through some very bold tactics. And you can read that in the missive I will send out. And
Awesome.
as well as the War Chariot is a arcane artifact that it shaped so much of. It basically helped create all of the city-states within Sidara inadvertently, and is the only magical artifact that has its own constellation.
Awesome.
So you can read more on those later. Benefisto, you go pick up your club. The priest of Gorza will bless your club for 200 gold. And it will be a masterwork club after that, and it's a quick blessing. They can go into their temple and throw some dirt on it and bless it with nature.
Bless. Give me the money.
When you get the club back, it feels strange, like you're closer to nature with it. And that's the only thing you can put your finger on to describe it. You're not sure. You might have to test the club to see really what it's different.
To the
And-
docks.
That's just like a hobo.
Ishinda, you get pretty bored just toting around after Benefisto, staring at priests and stuff. Jack, was there anything that you wanted to do in the meantime?
No, I just wait to go down to the docks.
Okay.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah?
Oh, there it is. Okay, I was.
Who's going to the library?
Mikhail.
Mikhail. Let's learn things.
Tyrael does kind of remind you, hey, wasn't there some beholder tears or something you were looking for? Didn't you have some vision? It's about some scrap of cloth you had.
That's right, the gray scrap of cloth. I don't remember the beholder tears.
It was.
It's what they
It
said
was-
on it, and then the writing appeared.
Kel magically knew something about it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He like rolled a 20.
I'm very confident it's beholder tears.
I assure you. We can find it in the past Glasser.
You do know that there's a pretty large alchemical market within the High Guard of Castigan, and you might be able to find some beholder tears.
Oh, okay. Actually, that never quite crossed my mind. Yes, I will go start asking around in the market.
I'll follow Jack after, given that I've looked up the bold.
All right. So a couple of people they don't really know who might sell it, but they point you towards where the kind of rare goods market would be. Tyrael comes along with you, just knowing that you were ambushed yesterday. He doesn't want to leave you alone. But you guys find your way up into kind of a higher portion of the city. And let me zoom out here.
Thank you.
So up in High Guard, there's it's kind of like a canopy of ivy, and there's a bunch of kind of strange merchants, and they're dealing everything from like dragon's teeth to cyclops eyes and a bunch of weird random alchemical components that can be used for magic or otherwise. You do find somebody with that's selling beholder tears, and he's this weird old man. He's like, "What do you want, old young man?"
You happen to carry any beholder eyebrows?
Eyebrows,
Very, very rare. It's beholder eyebrows I'm looking for.
I don't know anybody that would pluck a beholder. But
Witty
what-
little gnome, aren't you?
What do you need beholder eyebrows for? There's no magical component to that.
It's a really rare and valuable recipe. You know, I think I can settle for beholder tears if you have them, but it's the eyebrows that I really need.
Yeah. Eyebrows. I've got a cyclops eyelash, but no beholder. But I do have beholder tears. And he scrambles around and pulls out this little tiny vial, or it's kind of a bigger vial. And how many would you require?
Look kind of small and dirty. You got no brows?
No brows. I'm sorry, young man.
I think I need a couple drops of that.
All right, I'll be willing to settle for 10 gold a drop.
A lot though, man.
I don't know what.
3 drops for 20 gold.
I don't know. Make a what's it called? A bluff check.
I also lean over to Mikhail. Hey, can you spot me 20 gold?
Or actually make a diplomacy check is better yet.
Do I even have 20 gold?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, I'm pulling it up.
I think I actually, well, my character has some gold, so I think I'd spot you with the gold.
Diplomacy or bluff?
Diplomacy.
Oh.
Uh,
Hmm.
Oh.
I don't think I could go lower than 10 gold apiece, my young man. How about I give you two for 20, and I'll give you the vial to go with it.
Is the vial? See, I didn't realize that. Just- Michael, do you remember how many drops were in the vision?
I do not. Can you hear me? I'm having some problems.
I can hear you. Your video is frozen. And now it's gone.
And now you're gone.
For me, anyway.
Yeah, I'm missing Ashinda and Kyle.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Andy seemed like he disappeared. What was it? So in the dream, in the vision, someone sprinkled drops on the gray cloth.
It was Scarlet. Scarlet combined the drops and some black powder and mixed it together and spread it on the cloth.
On the gray cloth.
Correct.
And how many drops did she use there?
It looked like just one or two. She didn't make a whole lot of paste or anything.
And did I recognize the powder?
You did. You recognized the powder since you work with it so much for your guns. As
It's just gunpowder.
yeah.
Danny, it's just gunpowder.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back.
All right, little man. I'll take your 2 drops in a vial.
Can you hear us, Mike? We can see
Hi,
you.
can you hear us?
Tyrael turns to you, Jack.
I
and-
just can't see you then. Okay. I will play around with the settings. I don't remember how many drops there were. Oh, here we go.
I think two will be fine. Open my gambit.
Tyrael has some gold. He can spot you, Jack.
How much
If-
gold do people have? My sheet says I have 675. It doesn't seem right.
No, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a cheapskate. All right.
That's fitting with your character.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah. For the sake of expediency, I'll do the 2 drops for 20 gold.
Oh, Tyrael hears your jingling bag of gold, and just as he's about to give you 20 gold, it's like, hell no! You rich money bags?
Hey, he said 1 drop for 20, and he's throwing in this teeny little vial. That's incident. I'll give you 1 gold for that little vial. 21 for 2 drops in this little vial.
So you're gonna give him the gold.
Yes, I'll give him
Right.
21 gold for 2 drops in the vial.
So he very well, young man. Let me whip this right up for you. And he takes the kind of larger container and he pours what begins to be 1 drop, but the first drop actually comes out as this big glob of liquid. It doesn't seem, it's very viscous, so 1 drop is actually pretty big. So the vial that he's giving you is a fairly sizable vial. So you have, from what it appears to be, plenty of this beholder tears. So you can go ahead and I'd add that to your inventory so you don't lose it.
As I'm leaving, I said, I tell you, beholder eyebrows, it's the next big thing.
Beholder eyebrows. Maybe I can find someone to go get some for me. Damn beholders. And you hear he starts muttering to himself as you guys are walking away. Got a text from Andy.
Okay, I was just about to ask about that.
Said restarted the router. Be back in a minute. So Jack, is there anything else that you guys want to do on your way? You do also have in the back of your mind trying to find a small spyglass that you'd seen on one of your visions for an idea for using a kind of a scope on Ripley.
Man, yeah, it has been a while since. Okay, yeah, I can go to the market and just get a look for a spyglass.
So you go down to Artisan's Row, you ask around a bit, you actually find somebody that deals in kind of strange clocks and kind of gears and things, and kind of inventions. And this guy has this small and long-scoped spyglass. And when you kind of ask him about it, and he's like, nobody really wants to buy it. So he'll give it to you for, where'd my stuff go? For 300 gold. 'Cause
Here's the thing. What I'm really looking for are beholder eyebrows.
Well, young man,
Spyglass-
you're in the wrong shop if you're looking for beholder gear. I sell them the weird, strange, and inventions. I mean, I
Where did this
know.
come from?
I made it myself. It was kind of a investigation into lenses and things. The spyglasses that I've seen around are pretty big, and I was seeing if I could make it smaller. But what winds up happening is you can't see anything. Even though you can see pretty far, it's a pretty small focus point, so nobody seems to really want it. It's been sitting back here for a little while. Spyglasses usually go for about 1,000 gold, though, so this is quite a bargain.
I got a deal for you. I think there's a market for these spyglasses. I have a couple inventions and some ideas that I'm going to use. But that's just been sitting there. I think that's untapped potential. And maybe what I can figure out is I'll get that from you for 250, and I will come back because I've got some ideas for this. I'll come back and give you feedback on the design. Because I think you can turn this into something that is a very powerful weapon of war. Be like a partnership, you know?
I'm listening. Make a diplomacy check. kind of
If
leans
I
forward.
start, if I start lying, can I start making bluff checks?
Yeah.
But I'm lying now.
Oh, you're lying out your teeth? Make a bluff check then. I thought you were gonna come back. I guess I overestimated
No,
your character's
I'm
character.
not lying. I just have a much higher bluff check. That's all.
I can't read it. There we go. Scroll down. There you go.
Ah.
All right, young man. I'll give it to you for 250. And if I see you back here in a couple of weeks, and you give me some notes, we can work on maybe a collaboration.
You got yourself a deal. I'm telling you. This is going to be good. Sitting on a gold mine.
So when you get a chance, you can tinker with your spyglass and mount it to your gun, and it'll turn it into a masterwork, giving it +1 to attack.
Mm.
Oh, awesome. Well, I will go work on that.
I love your negotiating, Matt. That's awesome.
There he is.
Hello?
Welcome back, Andy.
You can see us, probably can't hear us.
Yeah, it sounds like it, or looks like it.
That bastard.
Okay.
Nope,
Oh,
we
can
can
you hear us?
hear you.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Yep, I'm back. Sorry.
So
Thanks.
So Jack went and bought some Beholder Tears and got a spyglass for his rifle.
Were you able to get a good deal there, Matt?
On
He
one
sold
of
him
them.
some swampland too.
I did it on the spyglass.
There's this bridge you can buy. Get in on the offer.
Telling you, beholder tears. Beholder eyebrows. That's where it's at.
We're gonna need to flee the city now before.
It's gonna kick off this like mass slaughtering of beholders.
So you guys all gather up what you guys need and make your way back to the Bearhead Inn. It's about 12:30, 1 o'clock, right in the middle of the day when you guys all gather back up.
12 o'clock, perfect time for Shady Bar.
All right, so I guess since we're waiting just kind of for the day, here, I actually need to go grab it, but maybe we should talk a little bit about this, the letter.
Or Shady Bar.
Unless there's another bard battle to be done.
We could go to the bar where Matt, they're going to take Matt, and
Oh, that's right.
we were talking about doing that later on. But if you want a bard battle, I've been practicing.
All right, should we start out by asking the bartender, the establishment owner, if he's heard any sort of rumors, if he recognizes any of the guys that we were talking to or beating up?
So,
Yes? No?
Yeah.
Anybody?
So you guys are gonna
No.
head down? You guys are gonna head down to the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head
To
down
the
there.
shitty bar.
You guys walk down to the Grey Quarter. The Ratway it's pretty close to the docks, tucked back a little bit behind the kind of the main road, and when you guys immediately go in, you could tell you guys stick out like sore thumbs. These guys are really rough-handed dock hands to what look like petty thieves to thugs for hire sometimes, or even bodyguards. So it's a little dark and shady, but Kedwin is the guy that you guys had
Oh yeah.
released before, and you actually don't see him in the crowd just when you walk in. Back behind the bar, there's this kind of burly, mangy-looking dwarf, kind of serving alcohol to people.
So we don't see our contact. Do we do we want to find out about the people who want to kidnap Matt, or do we want to try to find this the lieutenant of the vizier in town?
Oh yeah, is this the same area that he's been seen in, Dan?
Yeah, down by the docks.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we know what he looks like? Do we have a general description?
You've just been given the
Or is this
name
just
Merrick, and that you know that he's the Lord Nagakuta's aide.
Huh.
I figured
So,
also-
Jack, you speak this language. Maybe you should ask.
What language do you mean? Oh,
Exactly.
Do we have a connection between Merrick and the my attempted kidnapping?
Between what? Say that again.
Merrick and my attempted kidnapping?
No, but I mean, shady people seem to hang out here.
No, I'm just wondering, under what auspices would we ask for Merrick?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So you guys were searching for Merrick because Lord Nagakuta has the symbol of the cobra coiled around the red ruby, and that symbol's been seen at the fire that you guys came across on the King's Road in James's past, that they'd tried to come get Haveron and Benefisto off the land, and pretty promptly afterwards of rejecting the offer, both those homes had been burned by the Shizukaru that we know Andy's kind of trying to track. So you know that Lord Nagakuta, at least his symbol, has been seen at these scenes.
Shinda's pretty sure that Nagakuta is the leader.
Hmm.
So, but to answer your question, Matt, we don't really have anything, like, we wouldn't have any reason to be looking for him, like, just other than just walking up to people and saying, "Yo, where's Merrick?"
I mean, we could start
And
something.
what would we ask him?
Well, I think there were thoughts about beating him up and getting information out of him, but it wasn't very well thought through thoughts about this sort of thing.
Well, we're here then. Let's dig deeper into where Scarlet might be. See if we can get some more ideas on that.
I mean, we could let Merrick know that we're looking for him, which would put him on to us, but that's, maybe not the best tactical decision.
No, probably not. We should look for. We could look for our contact,
Yeah.
Kedwin.
I mean, we could turn on Matt. How much money was Jack worth?
Try to turn me in.
This is where the adventure ends for
Yeah.
So you
Hedwin
guys-
was the one-
Go ahead.
Oh, Hedwin was going to smuggle Kiriel's mother out?
Yeah.
Correct. And you guys
So-
are literally just standing in the doorway, and you guys don't see Kedwin in the inn, so you'd have to go in and ask around or something if you wanted to find him, but you don't see it in a just passing glance.
Go in and try to take a corner and just scope things out.
I think that's a good idea.
Maybe Hedwin.
Just get a table.
Yeah. If we get a table and start drinking, that's a good
Yeah.
plan.
Even though we stick out like a sore thumb, but yeah.
Oh, whatever. I mean, maybe people will come to us.
It's possible. I mean, at least we're not like dainty lords.
Right.
That's true.
We still should look like we can fuck some people up.
We could get in a fight. Maybe like we could convince Merrick that we're muscle. James, you and me, fist fight. I think I'm gonna lose, but it might. We're trying to reveal that we're shady characters. I mean,
Well, we're gonna
you knocked
fight.
out an orc. I like this plan.
Let's
We
just
gotta be
fight
careful
somebody.
about revealing ourselves because Merrick's gonna know, like, give our description to Lord Now.
Oh yeah.
Hey, aren't those guys? They're supposed to get the trident piece? We kind of
So
forgot
let's
about that
get
whole thing.
let's get a table in the corner and sit and just see if we notice anything out of the ordinary.
smash.
We'll just sit for 10, 15 minutes.
Drinks.
See if we can overhear anything, notice anything.
So you guys find a empty table, kind of off to the side, but still close to the majority of the patrons. You sit down for maybe 5 minutes at this dirty table covered in peanut crap and food on the floor, and this the dwarf behind the bar, he finally grunts and waddles his way over to you guys and stares right at you, Mikhail.
What's a half-orc doing in here?
Drinking your fucking beer.
Alright, I'll sell beer to all you guys, but it's gonna cost you double, Orky.
I wouldn't drink your beer if you paid me. I'm going to have delicious peanut crap, whatever this stuff is. Just leave food around here for free. Why? Back in Nomads, we would pay for this food. Stupid dwarves.
Oh my god, slop for the animals! That works for me!
Beers for the rest of you! he goes back behind the table, still chuckling, throws down some beers for the rest of you, just looks at you, Mikhail, chomping on peanut droppings, and just makes this roary laugh as he walks back behind the bar.
First drinks are on me!
Nice.
And over the next, like, probably 20 minutes, every time he looks in your direction, he just bursts out laughing. Everybody go ahead and make a perception check.
I tried to a minute ago. I have to select my token though.
Here.
Everybody else is able to do that.
Well, it's because you're special.
That's right. I could just do a.
Wow, these are some great rolls.
Ooh, nice.
I got myself a 1.
Orcs are the funnest freaking characters to play.
Especially in a war where the city's besieged by orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect timing.
Seriously though, I don't have to worry about saying something clever or anything. It's just like say what comes to your mind. Oh.
Yeesh. Jesus.
Oh, wow.
We're super good.
So, you guys hang
Sorry,
out.
What, dear? Okay.
So you guys hang
Sorry.
out for about a half hour, get close to an hour. You watch the door, you listen to some patrons. For the most part, you don't see anything out of the ordinary that you wouldn't expect in an establishment like this. A couple of guys kind of start yelling at each other, and they take a couple of swings, and they get thrown out by a couple of other patrons. Any talk is usually over stuff down at the docks. Couple of stories about guys out on the wall fighting some of the war.
Nothing really about Oh, sorry, go
No,
ahead.
you do hear a couple of guys talking about rumors, and um, the rumor is that the orcs have conscripted a dragon into the army, and that there's a dragon that's coming and flying to the city. Um, so you overhear that rumor, but for the most part, that's pretty much everything you guys notice. That for about an hour that you're there.
Go orcs.
Nothing. Haven't noticed Merrick. Not Merrick. The contact.
No, you haven't seen. What did I say? Kedwin?
Kedwin,
Yeah.
haven't heard anything. I'm gonna go ahead and just go to the bar and ask the dwarf if he's. I'm gonna say we were supposed to meet Kedwin here, and wondering if he's seen him.
Do we want to? Oh well. I mean,
Yeah, Kedwin was here last night. He usually swings in. He usually hangs out around the docks most of the day, and he'll be in probably in a few hours. He usually comes in to drink.
Thank you.
I guess we are there
Yeah.
early.
let him know we came. We owe him money.
Sure, whatever you say, green cow.
I'm gonna. I don't really have a dagger. I'm gonna slam my sword into the bar and tell the dwarf to watch his language toward my friend.
No.
So you're using the hilt, the blade. What are you doing? Is it sheathed?
It's still sheathed, but just slam the hilt.
Make an intimidate check.
Come on.
Oh my god.
So this shit, we'll use this roll. Oh, that is awesome.
Don't figure it.
He grabs the hilt with your hand and pulls you closer, and you can feel this like stocky little dwarf is pretty strong for his stature, and pulls you closer to him, like where he's just breathing in your face.
I don't take kindly to threats. One more, and I'll have your whole lot kicked out.
And he pushes you back.
The interest of not getting my party into any trouble. I'm gonna swallow my pride. Look out.
So you guys gonna hang out in the bar a little longer?
Let's talk for a second. Do we have any? I'm not sure the waiting strategy is going to work.
It's not.
Yeah. We could. I mean, we don't. If Merrick, we don't quite want to know Merrick. Let Merrick know that we're looking for him, but we don't quite know how to find him out so much. We could try to find somebody who's been hurt by Merrick and maybe help them out, but I don't know if that's gonna work. They'd be kind of lucky to discover somebody here.
Yeah, we have to. Oh, once again, we'd have to just kind of sit and listen and see if we can hear anybody that's.
Do we have anything more
complaining about that.
proactive we could be doing?
What are you trying to gain from Merrick?
We just want to get any access to him to try to find out about his master, I think was the plan. But
I think we just assume Lord Nagakuta is evil.
Mm-hmm.
well, the Cobra contact. We need to find out more information about that. And he seems a little more easier to access than the person's advisor.
True.
But I think
Cobra
that maybe
contact?
that's something for down the road. There's nothing we can do about that right now anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
And I've had my fill of these stupid peanuts. I mean, they were tasty at first, but very filling.
well, I honestly like my vote is that we just go back to the hotel and
Play some D&D.
or the tavern or wherever it is.
Yeah, let's do it.
Kel is going to play an elven paladin.
Yeah, I agree. I'd love to like kind of
Kind of get going here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too. I feel like we're kind of dawdling. We're wasting
Yeah.
a lot of time
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
sitting around a bar. So,
So
let's
we're gonna head
let's
out.
go sleep and then go
Yeah.
Okay.
return the charter piece.
So you guys spend the night. You guys head back to the Bearhead Inn. Nothing really happens. You guys eat dinner, sleep through the night. Ashinda, you have the dreams are still intense in your mind, and you guys wake up the next day, and you guys are gonna head directly to the Halls of Knowledge to drop off.
As much as I'd love to do the song and dance through the crowd, I'll hold my breath.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, do we want to go to the king and say we have the piece?
Let's go directly to the hall. I think.
Okay.
He said just give it to that guy when it arrived.
Go give it to Darian.
Yeah. Tut, 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 tut.
Totally frozen. You stupid computer. Oh, here we go. Close enough. So you guys get to the Halls of Knowledge, and once you guys get inside, you find your way back up to Darian the Exactor's office, up towards the top. You guys have the trident on you, or you guys have this Rock or Dwayne with you?
Dwayne's with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just bring it.
Okay.
But
So-
Dwayne would have brought the piece back to me.
Right.
We haven't.
Hopefully he still has it.
And being that I'm having all these dreams and stuff and it not affect other people, I'm gonna hold. I mean, as long as nobody else is opposed to it, I'm gonna
Nope.
have it
Yeah.
in my
By all
possession
means.
so that
Touch the nightmare stick.
That's all you, big guy.
oh, I thank you.
So when you guys get into to Darian's office, he stands up from his desk and so glad you returned. Come in. Shut the door. Shut the door. Did you bring the trident with you?
I'm gonna hold it out.
Play the Zelda chest opening music. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
I'm gay because of you.
Wonderful. Quickly, bring it here. Set it on the table. Let's look at it. And you walk over. You set it down on his desk, and he spends like 5-10 minutes kind of looking it over and asking a lot of the same questions that he'd had last time on how you guys found it and everything. After a couple of minutes, he turns back to you and says, well, after having the Grey Mages look into the writing that you guys had found on the cave walls of the Crescent Passage, I believe you said, I found... where's my notes? And he shuffles around and he's looking for it, and finally pulls up and he says, the first inscription that you found said... along the outer ring, it says, use the words of power with a celestial portal. And we found that there's a celestial portal, that there are anchors that the celestial beings have placed throughout our world, and these anchors can be targeted by using these celestial portals. And in order to target them, they have to be driven with immense power and targeted with these words of power. So the first word that you had on this inscription in the center is island. And on the second inscription that you found, the outer ring says, what does it say here? It says, the fragment unchained, the past is the key to the present. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Well, I'm still at a loss of what this artifact does. I know it has something to do with fate, This is the name of the trident itself. Sorry. And we've tried to look into it. We believe that it has the power to see into the past, present, and future. How it does that or how you can control it, I'm not sure. Have you had any experiences or strange happenings with this trident piece?
Let me ask first. You said it would take immense power, correct?
Correct.
Would it be enough power to rip a man apart if he was not able to concentrate?
Typically, arcane artifacts don't work like that. The power's harnessed in it already. Maybe what you're talking about is a spellcaster. If they're
Yes.
trying to cast a spell of immense power, it could very well tear a person apart. But as far as an artifact, the power is already chained and can be used, such as magical weapons and say a flaming bow. You could that power is already contained within that magical item, and it uses the magic to project it out into the world. But spells.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you.
yes. Sorry. What was I talking about? Oh,
I'm
yes,
gonna
yes.
tell them about the dreams that I've been having since touching the
Yes. Now let me tell you about my dreams.
Dreams.
I was touching my trident.
We all hold hands.
There's 3 pieces to this particular trident. I was touching the main piece.
Andy licks the toad.
You've had 3 dreams. Well, we know that the one you say of Kagar, of him breaking down the wall, we know that's of the past. The mages, I believe that may be when. What was it? Who's the dragon's name? I don't remember the dragon's name. Anyways, some of the gray mages, several maybe an age or 2 ago, sealed away a great powerful red dragon.
Doomwing?
No, Doomwing was killed. Doomwing. Yes, it was the progeny of Doomwing. Yes. Yeah. I don't know how you knew that, but yes, the Grey Mages sealed away one of Doomwing's progeny. You'd have to look into it. There's probably a book here somewhere. I can go find it for you. No, wait, no. We're talking about the trident. So that was in the past. Well, the other dream. No, yes, that was in the past as well. Yes. So all 3 of
Have
these
you been
visions.
tested for attention deficit disorder?
I don't know what that is.
Maybe some caffeine will help.
We have this wonderful drink that we have concocted here at the Grey Mages.
Yes.
Oh, you don't want to know about
Is
it?
there
Fine.
any way to tell where the next piece may be?
That I was getting to that. The inscription that you brought to me, the central word, the other word of power is labyrinth. So the 2 words of power are island labyrinth. There's no recorded history of an island labyrinth. However, this celestial portal we can create. We have the power to create a celestial portal. We at least have the ingredients. This piece of the trident, we might be able to aim the portal and power it. if you'd like to follow me, we can go talk to the great mages, and we can really dig into this and really start creating this portal. And as he starts trailing off, Tyrael, he bursts in like, "Hold on, please, Darian, sir. I was promised by the king a writ to release my mother
yeah.
once we brought this trident piece to you. Please, if there's any chance that we can get that writ, and maybe you can take the trident piece and go research whatever it is you need to, and we will come back. But I very much need to release my mother. I believe she's on death's door." And Darian, he kind of trailing off in thought, snaps back into reality. "Yes, oh yes, of course, that writ. Where is it?" And he shuffles through some papers in his desk and pulls out a scroll that's got a seal on it, and he hands it to Tyrael. "Yes, please leave the trident here with me. I'll take it down. We will look into and begin trying to create the ritual to open the portal, and hopefully it will lead us to the next trident piece. Yes, please return. Just a couple of hours, even."
Right back.
I'm going to ask Darian really quickly. Trident's name is Fate. Are artifacts named after owners?
I don't believe so. Most tridents, or not tridents. What am I saying? Most artifacts are named for sometimes their power. Even artifacts have their own personality and very character and can speak. If this trident, it may be able to speak and tell you that. Since it's broken, it might not have that capability until we restore it. But I couldn't tell you. This particular artifact is very old. Very, very old. Possibly before the ages were recorded. So it could be innately, immensely powerful. But what it's named for or who created it, I couldn't tell you. The gods themselves may have created it. But I can feel the very arcane power coming from this. And this, even broken, is very powerful. It's very, very powerful indeed.
Kel's satisfied with the answer. So we should focus on Tyrael next, I suppose, and the magical creatures that Beneficio is interested in. Sorry, this is kind of awkward putting mustard on this thing.
Yeah. There are many other awkward things it could have been, so that's good. So Tyrael kind of urges, now with the very writ in his hand, you could tell he's very, very pressed to try and get out of here. And he's nearly backing out the door with every word.
No, Tyrael, wait a couple more minutes. We haven't heard the whole story yet. Let's sing song together.
Enjoy your orcish ballad. If anyone would like to come with me, I'm going to go down to the quarry and release my mother.
We'll go Tyrael.
Yeah.
We'll follow Tyrael.
All right, so you guys... what did I do? Oh, there we go. No!
Bum, bum, bum.
I have so many stupid slides. It's ridiculous. Oh, there we go. I can hop this. So he takes you out to kind of this rock wall that surrounds the quarry that you guys have been hearing a lot of sound from, mining and rocks falling, but you can't really see inside. There's almost this rock barrier, and as you guys get closer, there's a guard and this gate that kind of surrounds this little entrance. And he stops you guys, and Tyrael gives him this release warrant, and he lets you guys inside. As you guys go kind of into this tunnel, one of the guards goes with you, and he escorts you down out into this large open pit. and it actually winds down several stories. And as you guys are going down, it opens up into this large under chamber where it's even beams of light are coming down in different areas. And he takes you through what looks like a lot of different chambers and areas where they're excavating and digging and unearthing different things, and in some places it looks like they're even building things underneath the city. Is that super loud for everyone?
Little bit for me.
And
I can still hear you though.
Yeah.
So you guys, the guard takes you through a bunch of these winding tunnels. You guys get. Oh, and my computer froze. Oh, come on. So he takes you guys down to these tunnels, and it starts getting a lot darker. And you actually eventually just torches lit in this tunnel that leads down, and you come to another guard gate. And at the guard gate, this like pretty heavy duty looking. That's not the right sound.
Seagull attacks.
Where the hell are we?
Oh, come on.
But this pretty, very heavily guarded gate. There's several very well armed guards down here, and the gate is reinforced and almost built into the rock walls itself. The guard that's leading you talks to a couple of the guards that are keeping watch, and they begrudgingly open the door, and they lead you guys out into the past a couple of other tunnels. As you're walking along, there's about 3 or 4 splits in the path, and you guys take different directions, and eventually you come into another chamber that you can tell kind of opens up and looks forward. You can see some torches off in the distance, and did everybody load the right one? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Kel asks a guard in passing, "This big operation, who in charge here?"
The guard kind of looks at you and several people, and that's all he says.
Okay. Worth a try. People are so just among the players. People are well armed here, specifically equipped, and the king didn't seem to know much about this. If there's a different faction of the guards under the command of somebody different, or the king is not fully in control of the situation here, we ought to be careful.
How many?
So as you guys walk, they lead you out into this room, and kind of in the center of this room, there's several torches placed around this this very almost glass-like, but it's kind of like almost like a red obsidian obelisk that raises in the center of this room. And there's 2 guards patrolling around it. Those are the torches, and that's the...
Hey, can you guys hear us?
Yeah.
I can hear you. I can hear you. You're just a little quiet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you guys walk into the room, and there's a little guard shack off to the right. A guard carrying a bunch of keys comes over to you guys and kind of demands, what you're doing here. And the guards discuss, a little bit between them, and you overhear him talking about the writ of release. Finally, you could tell the guard with all the keys begrudgingly takes the writ and says, "Fine, follow me," and he leads you guys. I'm just gonna. Up over here. Oop. And as you guys get close to this little alcove over here, Tyrael sees his mother and just runs over to her, and she's all chained up, kind of laying on the ground. Even from the vision that you guys had seen, she was pretty thin, but now she looks very malnourished. Kind of bones poking out. And she doesn't look like she's moving much, she's breathing a little, but Tyrael runs up to her and shakes her, and you can kind of tell she moans and looks up, and she kind of whispers, "Tyrael?" with like a question. Can we take a break real quick? Well, potty break, food, since Andy's gone too, so like 5-10 minutes.
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right.
Darn, I did it at the wrong time.
It's you. Is it the install? What? My external speakers. And then you just use everything out of your audio.
Be right back.
That's what I was doing before, and he didn't like that idea.
Oh, what I realized that I could do that I didn't realize is that if I plugged in the headphones, then it prevents the microphone from working, and then I put the headphones away, and then I don't hear anyone from there. And then if we're just using one audio source, then it controls for the input and the output, so you don't have to hear your voice twice. Oh, you don't. I hear your voice twice. And yeah, we could do it that way. I didn't realize that I could do that with the headphones.
I think for next time, right now it's working.
Okay. Is Matt there too, or is he off?
He just went to go get something.
Okay. So this is bad in the sense that the king is in control of the city because he definitely said that he didn't know anything about these magicals being held here, and he was wrong. So that means that somebody else is playing this is split in power among the guards. So probably this advisor is in the sort of situation. We're in a weird position where I assume Benefisto and others are going to want to free these people, but doing so is going to put us at odds with basically the city authority.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a clever way out of the situation either.
I don't know.
Clubbing everybody to death is not the clever way out of the situation, James. I know you're thinking about it, but I'm just being a jerk.
This will be interesting. Let's see what happens when Andy gets back.
Yeah.
He's usually a bit more non-reserved.
Yeah.
I mean, my character's fuming right now, but he's a bit more cautious.
Yeah. So this is, let's see. So the whole thing where I asked the guards was try to see if I could find out like the name of the person who might be another person who might be under Naganita. Was it Naganita, or who's the vizier guy?
Nagakuta?
Is Nagakuta the vizier?
He's the advisor.
Oh, the advisor. Okay. Why was I thinking vizier? Too much Aladdin or something. Okay. So yeah, but assuming these guards are basically under his control, or I'm making some assumptions here,
Yeah.
but if there is a faction under his control or somebody other than the king's influence here, it seems like these people would be under him. So we might be able to follow the way up. Though if we do attack him, technically, I don't know if the king's gonna be very happy with us either, and he doesn't seem to be all there.
Yeah. I don't know if attacking and creating creating a coup or something, a riot in the city while the city's besieged.
Yeah, that's a good point.
A good idea.
But I mean, this is injustice going on, so I mean,
True.
Kel's a little more hard. He's traveled a lot. He puts up with a bunch of shit because he's a half orc, like the dwarf. I was tempted to say something there, but like Kel doesn't need protecting. He's seen assholes like that before, so
yeah.
I want more hamburgers. Is that a Pegasus chained up to the north?
I don't know.
Yeah. So
I guess I shouldn't be moving around. It looks like a Pegasus from the shadows I see.
yeah, there's that Crystal Diaz. I think shit's gonna go down here.
Probably. I don't really know what's going on here, though. It's like the big problem. Like, they have the magical creature chained up, but why?
Yeah.
What's this obelisk? And what's
a red one? Are there sacrifices going on or something? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, it's almost like...
And why are they digging it out, too?
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of space to gather information. I mean, we could talk to these guards some more, but they seem very friendly.
I think they were very upset that we were even here in the first place.
Yeah.
I think we learned a lot of information from Material's mother.
Yeah. I guess the question is, are we going to get out of here without without conflict with the guards? Or should we get out of here with conflicts of guards? I mean, these magical creatures seem to be chained up without good cause.
Yeah. It's so tough, though, because, like...
Well, maybe we could go see, what's his name, the Gray Mage really quickly and be like, hey, that portal you're talking about, does it work now? Let's try it right away.
Right away. Before talking to the king. Let's go right now.
Yeah.
And I'll take that trident piece. Thank you.
So, okay, there's two of us talking. We need to come up with a backup plan should shit come down. So I think we have two options. Take the portal or try to find our contact in the shitty dwarf bar and get out of the city via the port. I think if things go south, those are our best bets.
Yep, I agree. Let's see if we actually are able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Mama needed a potty break, and I don't blame her.
Fair enough.
We're missing Matt?
He's getting food or something.
Oh, okay.
Where's Andy?
I don't know.
Because he's kind of the... He's the wild card here.
Yeah, we were coming up with like backup strategies, like what to do if shit goes down and we get in trouble with the city, how to get out. Politics, like the fact that these guards are, the fact that the king didn't really know about this and there's pretty well-armed guards here doing stuff that he doesn't know about means that his control of the city isn't as good as we would like. And if we get in trouble with this faction, I don't know if the king's well enough to realize, he should trust us versus the other party involved.
I heard you guys talking, and I was like, wow.
Oh, you did. Oh, I see. Okay.
I didn't hear what you were saying, but I heard it because I could hear the volume coming out of the headphones as I was walking around, and I was like, oh man, they're talking a bunch.
We're just planning. I'm just saying, like, my character's fuming, but he's not brash. He's not just gonna be like, oh, fuck this logic. I get to free all the creatures. Bear the consequences. That's a Shinda's category. My character will want to free these magical creatures, but he's not about to set riot to a city.
Yeah, I don't know if Kel cares much about the magical creatures that much, to be honest. If there's some orcs here, well then, it's a different matter, but...
Mephisto wants to find out why. Why they're chained up, and whether they're being used for, and they're being held against their will, before just being like, nope, fuck this.
I mean, what that obelisk does is important, too.
Yeah. We could capture one of these guards. They probably know.
I don't know, guards usually aren't given all the information just for that reason.
The guy with the keys. Gotta keep him alive somehow. Can't kill him.
Do you have the resurrect spell yet?
No.
Oh, okay. I
have
guess
my
we can't
bashing
kill him.
Just bash him over the head.
Maybe it's a magical club of resurrection now. We could kill him, and then you could try bashing him with the club and seeing if he comes back alive.
Bash him again. Waiting for Andy, but Dan's back. You don't know what happened to Andy.
Yeah, I haven't seen a text from him. He might be AFK for a while. So whenever Matt's ready.
Start putting it on speaker.
What's that?
You try turning on the speaker?
All right, everyone, hold on to your butts. Might get reverberations. Matt wants to change up how we're doing audio.
Is it from different inputs?
Yeah, I don't have speak. I gotta plug this in.
It's one. Oh, I see. I see. Beth? Someone say something?
Yo. It's not super bad.
Wait, are you hearing reverberations? We're not.
I can hear myself talking. Oh wait, not anymore. Not anymore.
I'm loud. This says, "Wah!"
I don't have any camera of Matt though, but
Yeah.
I think I need to reload. I didn't have any camera view either. I don't know.
And this is when the reverberations start.
Oh.
I'll go. This is really cool background music, though.
Yeah.
it was the closest thing that I could find that had any like mind picking, and it kind of works out because it's got music too. So.
And it just makes me think shit's about to go down. I'm just gonna slug the card. No.
Yeah, totally.
Music gets me amped.
Sorry, man.
Madness.
All right, so Tyrael runs over and kneels over his mom, Atharia, and this pretty thin, frail-looking woman, she kind of opens her eyes and looks up at Tyrael and says, "Tyrael?" Almost like a question, like she's dreaming. And Tyrael, "Yes, I'm here, Mom." And he tries to look over her body and use kind of his healing kit to see if there's anything wrong with her, and kind of bandages up a couple of things. As the turnkey guy comes over, he you could tell he's just pretty gruff, and he picks her up kind of gruffly, stands her on her feet, and kind of unchains her, and kind of shoves her towards Tyrael. All right, take her and go. You have no business down here.
Yeah. Kel's gonna move to this spot here and keep an eye on the other guards, see if they're going for their weapons or anything. So I'm just gonna try to be observant of what's going on with the other guards.
Everybody just seems on guard. Even when you walked in, they didn't seem like it was out of the ordinary to just not be having a critical eye on everything or everyone. In the dark, Mikhail, you can see a couple of creatures off in the distance with your night vision or your dark vision. There's a kind of off in the distance. There's a cage. You can see a kind of a large winged horse-looking thing, and it seems like there's a lot of little alcoves, and it's hard to tell what all might be in here. And in the torchlight, all the rest of everybody, since everybody else is human besides Tyrael, you can't really see much outside of the torchlight.
Well, I'm gonna do a Kale thing and be and yeah. Why you have magical beast here? I thought King saying there no magical beast chained. So I'm gonna naively ask this question, and by the way, let James and the people who might get upset about the magical beast know that there are magical beasts here. All right, Shin is
Hey.
Hey, sorry, I'm actually gonna have to go here. I am not sure if I'll be back.
Okay.
So, if somebody will just play for my character for now, sorry.
No worries.
But I gotta take care of a couple things, so I'm gonna sign off for now. Hopefully I'll be back. Are you guys planning on going till 5, right?
The latest I can go till is 6.
Okay.
So
But
it depends
5
on
into
kind of
5.
where we're at. Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully I'll be back on here a little bit, but that might be it for me for today. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Oh, no worries. It was fun, Dan. Andy. Sorry.
It's also fun for Dan. Too. Hopefully we'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
All right. Love you.
Love you too.
Oh.
So the guard with the keys, the turnkey, he just looks at you, and he looks kind of at the rest of the party, and all right, it's time for you all to leave. You have who you were authorized to take. It's time to go. And he starts trying to usher you guys towards the exit.
Answer the man's question.
I don't have to answer anyone's question. You have a writ from the king saying to release this woman. Thing. He just kind of spits the words. And with that, you are all free to go, unless you would like to join them down here.
I would like to see you try. I start making my way to leave.
Wait, where?
What are you doing, James?
Leave. Exit as he asked.
Okay, so you guys are heading towards the exit.
I still said that line, but then I brushed him off and started walking out.
Okay, you
Talk to
couple of the guards that are nearby that you can see, you can tell they kind of are eyeing the whole group critically as Tyrael kind of picks up his mom and kind of leads her limping to the door.
What sort of condition are the magical animals in? Could my character tell?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Yeah!
In the dark. I just noticed that. That's pretty awesome. Um, so, Tyrael's mom, Atharia, she looks like nearly on death's door. Whether from malnutrition or something, she looks kind of a little bruised, beaten up, and pretty haggard. The creatures that you can see vary from a little better than that to probably fresh, full strength, all the way down to what Atharia looks like, just pretty haggard.
It's pretty hot in her profile picture.
Whoa!
She's a nymph, so
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
even in her pretty worn state, you can tell she has a very innate beauty about her. And whether that's magical or what, it's hard to tell. The guard, go ahead.
Oh,
The guards lead the group of you out to the entrance, and a couple other guards come from around the corner to join the ones that ushered you guys in, and kind of escort you back to the heavily guarded, fortified gate, and leave you and kind of stay there as they usher you all out.
Okay, Beneficio's not going to start anything. I won't start anything.
how many guards in total have we seen?
Mikhail saw 5 that were patrolling in within the cavern that you entered. You were escorted by 2, and there are 2 more at the gate.
Oh, okay. When you said heavily fortified, it's like fortified, like strong.
It's a small tunnel, and the bars and the gate itself is heavily reinforced. So it doesn't look like you could just, take a battering ram to it even and get the door down.
This is tough because this is once we leave, it'll probably be tough to get back in here. But I don't know if it makes sense to start something while we're trying to get Atharia out.
Yeah, that was my thought.
Yeah. We could pretend we forgot something?
Or try to forge a writ.
The turnkey kept the writ.
Oh.
Ah, we'll write something on a napkin.
You could possibly get it forged, but it might be a little difficult.
There must be another entrance if there's like a winged creature. I don't know if they would have dragged it through the thin tunnel.
These guys seem like assholes. They might have.
Yeah.
Sorry, part, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
I mean, if we leave him here, do we go back in?
And start like what would be essentially a coup or at least a riot of magical creatures.
Well, if they're all dead, then nobody will know what happened for sure.
Mikhail, make a nature check.
Okay. Let's see. Is that a skill or is that a knowledge thing?
Knowledge.
Knowledge, nature. Okay.
So the couple of creatures that you recognized, you saw a pixie in a cage. You saw a Pegasus. And a griffin that you could immediately put your eyes on, other than the nymph, Tyrion's
Okay.
But like I said, there was a lot of little alcoves, and it was a little hard to make out in shadows. And
Yeah. Those are pretty good creatures. Um, I have an illusion spell and an invisibility spell. We, if one of you wants to be a guard, we could try to temporarily make you look like a guard, or we could send somebody back in there invisible, and hopefully they don't have any protection from that. But these are these are not evil creatures being held here.
I think it's you and Benefisto that would have the real motivation to do something here.
Yeah.
Tyrael wants to get his mom out.
As you guys are talking, you guys are kind of a little away from the gate talking. Tyrael just keeps walking his mom, and he's getting further away up the tunnel.
We should go. The three or the four of us, I don't think can. I don't know if this is the time.
Yeah, my character is fuming, but he wants to give the king a chance. He wants to give the king the benefit of the doubt and convince the king and let the king know of this treachery that's going on. My character doesn't get the sense that Castigan is evil. And rather, like, as mad as he is, he will get justice for this, but he won't start a riot unless the king is in on it. In which case, then I'm going to kill the king.
Whoa.
Just FYI.
Be sensible.
Okay. Well, if you guys are going to start anything, then Kale isn't going to start anything. But yeah,
It's more about getting Tyrael's mom out first and learning more about what's going on in there before.
okay. Well, we could try to plan something afterwards, but okay.
It'll be harder, but now it's like us going in blind, and who knows what the hell we'd be doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll but we should come back with a plan, or we shouldn't leave it be.
I
Yeah.
know, as much as I just want a battle, and even independent to Jack, I don't know if this is the right time.
Okay.
Now,
So
if Andy might have just been attacked, but Andy's not here. So
So
Okay.
you guys kind of quickly make a decision and catch up to Tyrael as one of the guards from the front gate kind of follows you guys and brings you up through all the tunnels and side scaffolding and up through some stone stairways back up to the front gate and leaves you guys outside.
Okay. Well, we should get Tyrael's mother out of the city into safety at first and find out what's happening. I think that's our next plan of attack.
plus, we can ask the Grey Mate. We can ask Darian what he knows of the quarry. Oh, what's going on there?
I don't know. They seem like academic types. They'll know about weird stuff going on in other lands, but not what's under their noses.
Still doesn't hurt to ask.
True.
So as you guys get out into the sun, Tyrael's mom kind of squints, and you can tell she's getting more strength. Just as you guys were getting further out of the tunnels, and now that she's outside, she's almost standing on her own 2 feet, and looks a little better actually.
Oh.
She turns to Tyrael. However, did you find me and free me? And he just brushes her off and, Mom, no, right now is not the time. Let's get you healed, and we need to get you back to the forest. The city is not a place for you. She nods in consent and leans kind of back on him, and Tyrael turns to you guys and says, let's take her to the Halls of Knowledge. I believe Lily can at least help heal her, and then we can get her down to the docks and out of the city before anyone changes their mind. Yes?
Yes.
So he leads you guys down back to the Halls of Knowledge. It takes a few minutes and asking around, and you guys find Lily, the elf girl that you guys had kissed Tyrael before. They exchange some quick words in Elvish, and she goes over to Atharia, casts a couple of heal spells, and you can tell Atharia's lot stronger now. She's a lot more alert, and the almost gauntness that you had seen goes away a little, but you can tell maybe it's still a little malnourished. But the underlying beauty that you had seen is almost charming, and everybody's a little enraptured at how good she looks. Even in the torn rags that she was wearing from the prison.
Ooh, how charming.
Tiro gives you a glance like, I want to kick your ass.
He's a MILF.
A nymph.
They're all milks.
Lily gives Tharia a cloak to kind of cover her so she's not easily recognizable in the city. And you guys make your way back down to the docks. It's pretty early in the morning, maybe about 10 o'clock, since you guys had gone directly to Darien from waking up. Tyrael, you could tell he's on a mission. He asks around to a lot of people. He finally finds Kedrick and gets Atharia situated on a ship that's going to be leaving out of port. And
Can we
go ahead?
Can we ask her about what was going on before she heads off?
Yeah.
On the ship. Benefisto?
Oh yeah, ask me about what's up down there.
Why?
Why you captured anyway?
So many questions. Where to begin? I'll start with simple. Why were you down there? Why were magical creatures being taken?
I
Do you
don't
know?
I don't know why we were taken. Most of us were fairly strong magical creatures, which is strange to be gathered like that. I was taken in the forest. This group of men came out of nowhere and attacked me, bound me, clubbed me, and by the time I woke up, I was in that prison chained deep beneath the earth. I was there for, felt like ages.
Were you digging?
No, none of us could dig. We were exhausted and weak, and every day we felt weaker. Just chained up down there. Several good, beautiful creatures died just from exhaustion and lack of strength. And they'd always bring a new one to replace whoever died. I fear that I was not far behind.
Did they do anything? Their obelisk, crystal red obelisk. Did they do any rites there, or did you feel stronger the further from the obelisk you were?
Oh, that obelisk. Just looking at it felt terrifying. I did feel stronger as we got further out of those tunnels, but just it could very well as much have been just being released as whatever it was down there. I did feel some strange magical, maybe draining. I couldn't do what I normally do. I couldn't put the guards under my will. I couldn't cause illusions and the things that I know I can do. Something down there prevented us from using our true strengths. Most of the creatures in that cavern were good. I heard several of the guards talk of other creatures that I would never go anywhere near. One, a Goralin. Those strong beasts would tear people limb from limb, and I'd never have a reason to go near something like that.
That's what the timeout players decide. That's what the orc. I think it was an orc band was hunting. We had a vision with a growlin where they were trying to capture one.
Yeah.
So there could be a connection there. Okay, sorry. Okay, time in. I suppose time out again. Okay, let's go fuck shit up. Like, there's creatures being held there. I have the solution to everything. Masks.
Masks.
We put on masks, we go in there, we fuck shit up, and then the creatures are somehow free. I don't know how they got free. Some people in masks came in and fucked shit up.
After 2 hours and 40 minutes of fighting, I like it. Plan for me. Can we ask her if she remembers anything about the dimensions of the? Was it just the entrance? Are there other areas?
I was never moved. I was chained to that one spot, and I stayed there. What little I could see was of the obelisk and the guard shack as they would come in and out or do their rounds throughout, and whether feed us or kick us.
The guard shack. Did you see a guard shack?
There was a guard shack off to the right of the entrance.
Inside the gate.
Inside the cavern when you entered it.
But
Where
outside of the dungeon.
inside the cavern where everybody was chained up, just entering that tunnel, there was a little guard shack.
Right. Did she ever see any non-guards come in? Lords, people who seemed like they were in charge?
No.
Did the name Nagakuta ever come up?
No.
Did she see new creatures being brought in or creatures being let out?
The only creature that was ever let out was a dead one. And a new one would be brought in to take its place, whether it's never typically the same creature, usually something else, but another magical beast of some sort.
She'd never see how it got in.
Through the same entrance.
Oh, okay.
You guys there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, my thing is giving me issues again. But hopefully it'll catch up in a second.
What could be the ruse?
I was checking my spells. I can only make two of us invisible. So we couldn't do full invisibility in. I could make silent images that don't make any noise. So I could.
What a good spell! That's incredible!
Michael's invisible!
And he's silent!
Disability spell ever. James, what can you turn into?
Just beasts, animals.
Which kind of beasts? Magical beasts?
No, not yet. It's not till later. Bears, eagles, tigers.
I wonder if there's someone or something, maybe if you were a bear, who could claim that you've been assigned down there. Change our faces maybe a little bit.
Yeah, we can try that. I'm a magical bear. Although, I'm worried, like, out of game, I don't know if spells are going to work down there.
Oh, interesting. Well, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
But that might be close enough to get us in the gate, and then after that...
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think once we get in there, it's going to be a brawl. I don't think there's any way around that.
Yeah.
But I don't see us getting through that gate unless they open it up for some reason. Curiel, did you notice anything down there?
Hmm.
Well, maybe it's 12.
There's 12.
Tyrael was a little distracted, trying to, care after his mother. Um, the only other thing that he saw down there was at the guard shack. It looked like there was one other guard in there, and there was a large ledger on the like desk window.
Hmm. So are we? Oh, so are we discussing entry options still?
Yeah. Well, one option that has come up is trying to pass James off as a magical creature when he's in bear form,
Ah,
and saying that we need to um, get him a sign.
yeah.
We'd have to bluff. You and I can bluff our way in. Although he'd be pretty recognizable, we're thinking that makeup or something could make us less recognizable.
Yeah.
Would be pretty rare. James also brought up that, or Benefisto, that magic may not work there.
Oh, obelisk thing.
Yeah, once we're down there.
Do we have any explosives or things that could blow that thing up?
The gun, and I think I have some interesting ammunition, but it'd be predicated on getting down there.
Yeah, yeah. So there's the. If we were to try to do that, we need like guard uniforms. So we'd I would assume.
Yeah.
We could try to convince. Well, there's probably members of the city guard who aren't with these guys' units. So if we could persuade them to give us their clothes for a bit, or otherwise obtain it, that would be an option. We could just try. I mean, the point of the masks was that we could just do a front entry method, though that would probably get violent.
Oh, I think that was kind of our sense that there's no real way around the violence, and we have to somehow get them to open the gate from the inside. It didn't sound like the gate was anything we could batter down.
I see.
So as you guys are kind of talking a lot of tactics and things, Tyrael had found the contact down at the docks, got a ship squared away, and you guys have been. It's probably been about 3 or 4 hours since you guys left the office of Darian. The contact down at the docks, he says, he'll. The ship should leave tomorrow morning, so whoever you want smuggled, just bring her there in the morning, and you guys can, and he'll get her out of the city. So you'll have to wait till tomorrow. Tyrael kind of stressed over this whole situation. You can tell he really wants his mom out of the city. He hears a lot of you guys' contemplation of going in and fighting, and he says, "Okay, I'm in debt to every single one of you for getting us this far, and I very much plan on repaying that debt. Once I can get my mom fully out of the city, I will help whatever scheme you guys come up with, but maybe." There's a lot of what ifs and maybes and unknowns. Maybe we should go find out some more information from people that might know before running in and getting thrown in prison ourselves.
No, a voice of reason. No,
Damn reason.
damn reason.
And Darian did ask us to return once we were done. I believe my mom can at least hide at the Bearhead in my room until the ship is ready. Or her own.
Yeah, it's a great point. We want to stick around to see her out of the city, and we still. It probably makes sense to have an audience with the king before we.
I guess.
What could go wrong?
So you guys all return to the Bearhead. Tharia kind of hangs out in one of the rooms. Tyrael gets her some food and something to drink, and it's like, well, shall we return to the long-winded Darian?
I suppose we shall.
What was the? Did we have a proposed reason they were imprisoning all the magical creatures?
No.
Because they're not naturally part of the war.
Yeah, the king doesn't know either. The king didn't realize that they were doing it. So that probably means that there's James and I were discussing this. That probably means that the Vizier faction is stronger. That this confirms that there's another faction going on. That the king's not quite in full control of the city, and shit's going down.
Yeah.
I wonder with the Cyclops sacrifice. I mean, do you think these animals are being sacrificed? The creatures?
I think something was being drained from them into that obelisk. Would be my would be my guess, and why they're trying to charge it up or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should ask. We're going to talk to Long-Winded Guide, see if he knows any history of these obelisks.
Yeah. Good way to do it.
So you guys gonna head to back to the Halls of Knowledge?
We
Yep.
should say
Yeah.
that we saw in these dreams that Chinder was talking about that he had a dream of an obelisk beneath the city. Not that we saw one.
Yeah.
Nice. Good of bluff.
But
So you guys-
after that,
So you guys head back to the Halls of Knowledge. When you head up to his office, he's not there, and you guys kind of look around, and the office is empty. And as you're kind of walking back down the hall, this mage in these gray robes runs up to you and says, follow me. Darian wanted me to find you guys and bring you to him as soon as you returned." He brings you guys down into below the top level of the Halls of Knowledge, and as you guys come out of this spiral staircase, this massive library opens up, like 3-4 stories below the Halls of Knowledge itself. And there's all kinds of people around going through tomes and looking through different readings, and the mage brings you down through some corridors and opens up this kind of like locked door with this strange key. As he brings you inside, there's about 3 or 4 other gray mages and Darian, and they're pouring through books, and Darian looks up. "Ha! Yes! What wonderful, you all returned. We found some great information. So yes, this trident piece, we know exactly how to aim the portal, and the power of the trident itself will be able to power the portal. Otherwise, it would take us, I don't know how many days to try and power it ourselves. But the trident itself will be the strength that we need to power the portal. And we just need to gather the components. So it's going to take about 2, maybe 3 days to gather the components. As soon as we have them, we will let the king and you know, so that we can send you, hopefully, to find the next piece. But in the meantime, please take the trident. It's too powerful to stay here. And there's a lot of eyes that come through here, so just be discreet, take it to the king, and return with it as soon as we let you know that we're ready. And he just immediately goes back to poring over books and trying to figure out who knows what. And the rest of the Grey Mages, they're just lost in their books, and everyone seems to be ignoring you. You guys kind of look around for a bit and walk out, head back up the way you came, and head out to the kind of the large foyer of the halls of knowledge.
Are we giving the Shinda still the nightmare stakeholder?
Yeah, I think so, right?
I think so, yeah. Does the Nightmare Stick have any relationship with the Trident?
That's my joke. It is a trident.
Oh,
It's just causing nightmares, and so.
Maybe I missed when that reference. Okay. Do we want to return that to the king before we get Tyrael's mother out?
The king, before we got Tyrael's mother, we had to bring it to Darien to get the writ.
Oh, I know, but I mean, in terms of actually, wait, we have to turn it over to the king, right? Like that's what we promised.
We promised, but the king wanted us to bring it to this guy.
Yeah.
We brought it to Darien. Darien gave it back to us and said, "Bring it. We'll wait. I don't want to hold it here because there's some people walking through. So you hold on to it. Go give it to the king, and in 3 days or whatever, or whenever my shit's ready, I'll give you guys a call."
And he kind of mentioned that the king has, his own treasure, guarded treasure, in the castle, and probably much better guarded than within the halls of knowledge.
That makes sense. I mean, it sounds like turning over the trident is really turning it over to Nagakuda, no matter what, what the king may think. That may be a gambit that we just have to take until we find the rest of it.
Yeah, that is a tricky bit.
Because we can't just walk out of here now. It seems like Darien knows a lot of stuff that has been really helpful.
Yeah.
If we just walk out of here now without the trident.
Sounds like this portal will get us to the next piece, hopefully, where that other piece of the trident is.
The portal, that's what they were working on?
Yeah.
Well, should we try to get an audience with the king tomorrow?
There's still time today, right?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, the situation may change after we speak directly with the king and with Nagakuda.
Ah.
We have in this party 2 people who are fairly hot-headed and one who is very unpredictable. Myself was not counted among those 3. My worry is once we talk with the king that we may put things into motion with Nagakuda or with Hagar.
Yeah.
When did we told him no? Okay, yeah, we turned it over to Marion. I guess we should get it to the treasure vault.
Yeah. It's better to give it to the treasure vault than us hold on to it, I think.
Yeah.
Good enough. Still masks, guys.
So Mikhail takes some of his cloak that he got for the winter climate that you guys were going to, and he cuts out a little square and cuts out some holes and puts it over his face, and you could just see like the tusks poking through some of the cloth, and this little like really poor KKK eye slit, and Tyrael just kind of hangs his head and shakes his head like, okay, I guess this is how we're doing this. You guys gonna head out to the king then?
Yeah, without masks, unless.
All right, so
masks for some reason.
so you guys head out of the halls of knowledge and head up towards Dawnspire Keep. You guys get up to the hill, and most of the guards. It's probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and most of the guards, they're on duty, but they don't seem overly precautious by any means. You guys mentioned that you want to have a audience with the king, and one of the guards says, well, he's holding court now. Please go ahead and go on in. There's a couple of people out in this little foyer area, and is there going to be a spokesperson?
Whoa!
Mikhail yells.
Okay, so there's a little foyer, and we have the physical trident.
You have what?
We have the physical trident.
We had a piece.
Yeah. Or we physically have it, I guess is a better way to say that. And we're now speaking to like guards or an emissary.
Yeah, there's like an emissary out front asking you, what business do you have with the king? And we'll get you in to see him if he has time.
We've been on a mission specifically for the king. We have a magical item that needs to be entrusted into his care.
Okay. Yes. Give me 1 second. And he leaves the room and immediately comes back in like seconds later, and you can tell he's got like hurry in his step. And he tells a couple of the guards some things, and the guards clear the whole room except for you guys. Please come in. The king's been waiting. Please, please. And he bursts in the doors, and you guys enter the throne room. And just as you see the previous people who were holding court with the king are being ushered out. Mikhail yells at them as they're walking past, confused and befuddled as to why they're being ushered out of the king's presence. And Kagar sits up atop his throne. There's a handful of guards that are stationed down the throne room. As you guys enter, the doors kind of close behind you. Up on the dais, you see 2 guards behind Kagar and a tall, kind of elderly-looking gentleman in fine robes standing off to the right of Kagar. And
just kill him now. Mass, guys.
Wonderful adventurers. I believe you brought the trident with you. Did you bring it to Darian? Did he tell you anything?
Find out really quick. Did the party meet Hagar twice or just once?
Twice now, I think.
Twice now, yeah.
Okay, so Jack would have met Hagar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't believe you did, because you stayed back because the king didn't know you, and you guys were trying to hold the trident back.
Right. So I don't think I can be the spokesperson here.
Oh, shit.
You son of a bitch.
Hey,
Angry David, angry Michael.
Oh.
Please tell me, did Darian say anything?
Yes, he did. Him and his team were able to research a potential lead to the next piece. However, he will need some time to prepare before being ready. He therefore asked us to bring the trident piece back to you to hold in your very secure palace, in your hands, where it belongs.
Yes.
We
have a very good vault that we can keep that in the time being. I will send some emissaries to Darian to see if the power of this piece can be used for anything particular in the meantime. Are you all ready to go on your next leg? But first, I just remembered, when we're done speaking here, please go down to the treasurer, and he will give you a nice little reward for bringing me this piece. I'm definitely indebted to you, and if we can assemble this artifact, I believe we can turn the tide of this war.
Kagar, Liege, let us introduce Jack. one who helped us immensely on adventure. Jack, this is Lord of Costigan, Kagar, Siegebreaker, Castlebreaker. So I do a semi-formal introduction of Jack to the king.
I give a very, very deep bow. It is my distinct honor to have aided this party in recovering this for your efforts, for your war efforts.
Well met, Jack. I appreciate the aid that you've given this group. There's much hope placed on them, and hopefully we can end this war. I understand that you lost a previous party member, so I'm glad that you have full ranks again. Who has the trident, please? And
He points to the aide next to him.
please go retrieve the trident and bring it to the vault.
And the elderly gentleman walks down the steps and walks up to James, who's, I guess, in the front, and takes a deep bow. Please, if you could very gratefully give me the trident, I will take it directly to the vault. We'll have some of the guards here take it directly there. It will be in safe hands.
I hand over the piece, the trident.
He bows deeply again, and he turns around and starts walking back up towards the king. And as he's about halfway there, it feels like time stops. And you don't really have control of your body, and time is almost moving very slow. And
Shit.
and as this weird black hole appears,
I like to load the game. Reload!
Quick save.
quick save.
I bluffed.
You watch as this guy walks towards Kagar, and his steps almost stop in midair, and it's hard to breathe almost. And this tear cuts through the very air, and this shadow opens up a jagged hole of darkness suspended above the floor. And these flickering fingers dart out from the tear like flames that swallow the light as they flip back and forth. And through the darkness of the hole, numerous hands and arms pull a horrifying mass of blackness through. And as it moves, it seems like a hand will stretch forth, flicker, disappear, and another will appear, and two from another direction. It's difficult to tell how many hands and legs this thing has, as the creature's body exudes the same shuddering black flames that first came through the tear. And as it draws up onto what it seems like its full height of about 8 feet, it lashes out this mass of black tentacles and picks up the old guy with the trident by the throat and is suspending him in the air. And he sputters and chokes, flailing in the air, but slow and constrained in the time itself. As he's doing this, this circle of fire leaps up around this shadowy entity, and an almost humanoid hand comes out of some of the shadow flames and snatches the trident right out of the guy's hands. And as the arm moves within the darkness closer to the body, the old man's body just slumps onto the floor as it's dropped hard and it stops moving.
I guess that was not Lord Nagakuta.
Or it was, and now he's no longer a problem.
Problem solved.
Finally, the power we've needed. Twisted and bound, cut from mortal plane. No longer. I've spent ages searching for the means to cross completely, and only minor magics and powers have let us influence the power-hungry and the desperate. My puppets, thank you all. Without this, I would never have been able to cross the veil for more than a mere instant. Yet your disobedience must be dealt with.
And it focuses its gaze upon the group, and the items that you'd all been bestowed begin to vibrate and give off this weird humming sound.
So glad I'm not wearing that underwear right now.
And as the hand holding the trident blade comes closer to the body of Shadow, it stabs quickly into what looks like its chest, and the dark flames pulse and writhe and violently, almost if it's trying to tear the blade from itself. And as the writhing slows and comes to a stop, the Shadow coalesces and amalgamates into this more recognizably human shape. And time all of a sudden regains its normal cadence, and the items begin to shrink and grow respectively. Ishinda's butt plug begins to grow.
Oh.
Jack, the cod piece that you're wearing begins to constrict around your waist. James, the ring that you're wearing, the pull my ring finger, begins to start to constrict, and you could feel it getting so tight it's hard to pull off almost. And Tyrael, you can tell he looks into his pack just as this explosion bursts, and you see the guts of the frog blow Tyrael onto the ground.
Frog!
Das Toad!
I need James make a dex save, Matt make a fortitude save, and Tyrael has to make a reflex save.
You need me to make a dexterity save?
Correct.
Just dexterity.
Just dexterity, yeah. Trying to pull the ring off your finger. Ooh. Matt, you start clutching at your waist trying to pull this cod piece off, but your hands are like slippery trying to get it off, and you're like kind of panicked a little bit seeing this massive creature just appear in front of you. You take 1d6 damage, and you're nauseated by your balls being crushed.
Oh, man.
You take 3 damage. James, you take 4 damage, and you can feel the ring getting even tighter on your finger, and it's starting to kind of almost press into your bones. Tyrael kind of spins to the side just as the frog goes off, and he's able to stay on his feet as this just explosion of guts bursts out of his bag. Ishinda, here, let me give Ishinda. Who wants to control Ishinda for this? Just to do saves and stuff?
I can.
Okay. Alright, can you have...
Same as sickened?
You're sickened, yeah, on the core sheet, I believe. There's a sickened condition.
Okay.
And I need Ishinda to make a fortitude save. Well, while trying to pull out the plug.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Oh. So, Ishinda, and his quick reflexes, he sticks his hand down his pants and is able to pull out this plug super quick. And just as he pulls it out, you see this thing grow exponentially large.
Bye, booga booga!
So as the writhing slows and takes this humanoid shape, and you guys are all kind of distracted trying to get rid of these items, you hear this different voice. This will do for now. He tortured me for so long. Enough to see his weaknesses and desires. I used them against him. Irrevocably bound to his insanity and depravity. I needed a way to satiate his desire to cross the plains and subdue him at the same time. The trident was a perfect relic for both. And now that I have the reins of this symbiosis, I can finish what I've started. Kagar, I will come for you last. As you guys are wrestling with your items. Oh, sorry, I'm freezing over here. He begins this arcane spell conjuration and uttering these words. Ooh. I'm frozen.
Shoot him with an arrow. Shoot him with an arrow. We'll make the promises come true. He'll explode.
There we go.
Oh shit.
So as this thing begins this ritual of casting, whoa, that's the wrong one. It finishes its arcane spell, and this pit of black tentacles bursts up all around everyone.
Oh shit.
I need everyone to make sorry, everything's oh, never mind. Sorry, there's no saving throw.
Oh.
These rubbery tentacles just pull out of the ground.
It's the penis monster.
The tentacles also emanate the same flickering fire-like nature as the other tentacles that came out of this portal. Is the music really loud? It's really loud.
A little bit.
There we go. Base attack. Plus one side. Okay. I need everyone's CMD, Combat Maneuver Defense.
Ew.
3,000.
18 for me. It's under defenses.
CMD. Mine's also 18.
21.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have 2 feet, so
Yeah, sure. Cheated.
So as these tentacles all burst out of the ground, you're all able to kind of sidestep these tentacles and just kind of avoid it. But there's now this pit around you of writhing tentacles.
Ew.
And
Oh.
Oh.
Oh God.
oh, come on. I've got everything like sucking up serious resources out here.
This thing's been running slow for me too. I think there's just something. Maybe it's something about the code that did it all.
Okay. And two of the guards look super confused, but these guys point their crossbows at him and fire.
Oh, it's blood.
Oh. I thought he had. And both bolts just go whizzing right past him, like right through this shadow person, and just pass harmlessly right through it. As it does, these two guards step in front of King Kagar and lower their halberds, protecting the king, not knowing exactly what to do. Ashinda, is this the kind of marching order? I didn't know who was in front. Is Benefisto in front?
Benefisto would have been in front.
And probably Mikhail as well. So Ashinda is able to sidestep the tentacles, being on the edge of it. And what do you want Ashinda to do, Jack?
So he goes first? Then he
Yes.
sidestep to here, one of those places?
Say what?
Did he sidestep to one of those places?
He was just able to avoid it. He didn't actually move.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. So there's a ring of fire, and so ring of flames. And how big are these tentacles? Like each one's like an arm.
Yeah, and they move quickly, like the little fire shadow flame that was coming out of the like tear.
And is the ground is still solid underneath us? They're just coming right up out of the floor.
Yes.
And the arrows pass right through them, or pass right through the shadow creature.
They fired at this thing that came through the portal, surrounded by this ring of fire.
I think. Yeah. Okay. Got it. And how big are the flames in the ring of fire?
It is a. It's a 20-foot ring of fire, 20 feet high.
Okay.
Jump it.
He's gonna pull out his sword. What is this trickery? And start hacking at the tentacles.
Okay. Oh man, I like.
I will cut you down.
I think it'd be better at this point to open up my.
I am Echinda.
I think you should just use Jack's voice, mimicking what Ishinde was saying.
So as
Cut you down.
so Ashinda kind of plants his feet. So he's standing in the tentacles themselves.
They have no honor.
So he begins slicing and cutting at these tentacles, and his blade is passing right through them. Like just like nothing is even happening. Like the flames flick up past his blade, and nothing even catches his swings.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I got stuff dying all over me. Sorry.
No problem. I'm back. Let's see if I can get Matt and James to reappear. Oh, there's boxes.
Oh, did we all crash?
I crashed, so I did I toggled the video and voice back on and off, but looks like Matt and James crashed too.
Yeah, I crashed. I think I hit a button and it refreshed everything. And...
Oh. Yeah, we were just talking strategy. No! I need everybody else's help. So they're all going to jump through the flames, make a passageway for the heroic kill.
Mikhail, you are surrounded by black tentacles and this looming monster. All the guards turn on you because you're orc.
I'm going to join the Dark Shadows forces. Oh, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. Looks like they're trying to get back on.
Yeah.
I'll use my the plan with the orcs where I'm on his side really all along, guards.
Oh my
Well
god.
done.
Oh, James is back. You weren't supposed to hear that. Is Matt there? Oh, okay.
But I'm loading up. I should be.
Cool.
Yeah, our internet hiccup or something.
Yeah.
It's still reloading.
So Ishinda's blade just passes right through all of the tentacles, and this black fire, and
Did he is his weapon draw a free action or is that a move equivalent action?
his is a free action, so he can still move.
Okay, he's gonna step out of them then. I'm still waiting for it to load.
Do you just want to get directly out of it, or do you want to get up towards the fire or something?
I'll move him in just a moment.
Okay. So Mikhail, you watch Ishinda kind of hacking and slashing at this black fire you're all engulfed in, and as he steps out of it, you realize you got to do something.
Can I move freely? Or was I ensnared?
No, you can move freely.
Okay. Kel. So Kel's gonna move, take some cover behind this pillar here. Let's see. Do I have line of sight from here? Oh, come on! Don't cut out on me. Okay. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Kel's gonna take cover behind the pillar. Yeah, it doesn't have line of sight there. Whatever. He's gonna take cover behind the pillar and start singing his bardic song. But he's gonna shout, He's gonna try to see. Is the trident still lodged in this thing's chest?
You can see like in the trident as it's lodged in its chest. Yeah, there's like a very small amount of the black fire seeping out of it and being pulled back in, but it's held fast. It looks like.
Okay. So, Kel's gonna start singing his bardic chant and shout to the group, try aiming for trident. Maybe knocking it loose will work.
All right.
And that's his turn.
And what does your song do?
I think it's either a +1. I think it's a +2 now to attack and damage.
Nice.
But I will check that out. Oh, it'll be under. No, don't do that. No. Don't crush on me. Is
I'm
anybody
at-
there?
Yep.
Okay. My thing's doing the thing where it's probably going to freeze up again, so I can hear you for now. But go ahead.
Okay.
Next person.
So, as you start singing out this chant, a couple of the castle guards, the one that's kind of right in front of you, he's kind of confused as to why his bolt didn't find purchase. Maybe he missed, and he starts loading his crossbow again.
Mm.
The one in front of Kagar kind of locks step with his buddy to his side, and they look like they're just kind of prepping. Tyrael steps out from the side of the tentacles and kind of comes with you, Mikhail, and fires at this demon creature with his bow.
Yeah, and I found out it's a +2 to attack and damage at this level.
Nice. So Tyrael takes aim from behind this pillar and lets loose an arrow, and through the flames, this like spiral of air kicks back from the arrow and just sails right over the corner, the shoulder of this creature. Oh, you said it's +2 to attack and damage.
Yep.
So it's kind of sinks into its shoulder, and it actually kind of sinks down in it. You can actually tell it doesn't go completely through him, but it looks like it didn't do as much damage as you expected from an arrow to the shoulder.
Mm.
I missed that. That was to this creature?
Yep.
Correct.
Got it.
He's also going to direct Uther to run over behind the pillar on the other side.
Jump through the flames, Uther. Jump.
Do it! You can do it!
All right. So yeah, Uther runs over here, and you could tell this bear is like, his eyes are all wild at this fire and black fire. Kagar stands up from behind his throne and picks up this massive warhammer and a shield that's on both sides of his chair and clashes them together and steps up kind of right behind one of the guards. Once again, this black demonic looking creature, he laughs. Ha 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 ha! Measly. And two of them split apart from him.
Oh shit.
What?
Just double checking something.
Okay. Well, load our quick save, put traps in that area.
Yep. That's,
Put our quick save and not give them the trident.
it won't even come back to the king. We'll just wait. King's
Yeah,
fine.
let's go back.
He doesn't need to know. He's good.
We're saving him.
Yeah. Actually, in fact, I just wanted to reload to our save before we entered the dungeon, the quarry, and we're just gonna fight those guys.
Oh, they're still getting it.
There we go. That's the wrong one.
Guys, maybe there's a diplomatic solution. I'll start negotiating with it.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, nothing can go wrong here.
Oh Jesus!
Oh God!
Holy Jesus!
Wait, run!
It's just a mirror image. It's okay.
Collecting souls is so much work, don't you? Don't you let some underlings do it for you?
We helped you. What the fuck, man?
This guy, you can tell he just about shits his pants, and he backs away, and just turns his back to this wall, and starts to reload his crossbow. He's muttering like, "By the gods, get me out of this! Get me out of this!" The doors that had been shut behind you, you actually start hearing this pounding on the other side. That somebody's trying to break in, and you hear a couple of voices. "Hey, what the hell's going on?"
Oh.
Benefisto, you after trying to dodge the tentacles, you feel the pressure of the ring clamping down around your finger. Make another dexterity check save.
Whee! I'm very nimble.
So you start just tugging and pulling as hard as you can on this ring, and it's not budging. It's getting smaller and smaller, and you start to kind of panic. As it clamps down, you can feel it kind of crushing your bone, and you get dealt 1 point of damage.
Oh.
And all you have is your move action from trying to pull this ring off. I guess you could try. You don't have to try and pull the ring off. You could take a full action if you wanted to.
No, that's okay. I want to try and get that ring off. Does the flame go all the way to the ceiling?
It's 20 feet high, but the chamber in here is fairly large. You probably got another 10, 20 foot clearance above the flames.
No, Dwayne!
Deliver the people's elbow, Dwayne!
The people's jaw.
I'll animal check to see if Dwayne will be willing to go attack the creature.
All right. So what are you directing him to do? Go down and swoop down and attack?
Yeah. Try and claw at the shard.
So, because of how small this ring of fire is, he'll be able to swoop down, but he'll have to fly through the fire to continue. He won't be able to fly back out.
That's so sad.
Never mind. I'm not risking Dwayne like that.
Check,
Call
Make
Dwayne
sure
to your
you-
side.
Yeah.
All right. Jack, if you'd prefer, you can make a full action, or you can try and remove the cod piece again and take your move.
Is the probably move first to get the hell out of here. Behind me, the door. Is there a bar across the door? Why can't it?
It seems like some of the flames are pushing on it, pushing the
Weird.
door closed.
Huh. Okay. I'm going to step out of it and I'm just kind of blocking my line of sight here. I guess not to that thing.
Sorry, just looking it up. As part of being nauseated, you can't attack or cast move actions only, or to try and get rid of the thing crushing your testicles.
I'm gonna move over into the corner and try to pull off the cod piece.
All right. Make a fortitude save.
Jack.
Oh, damn it! I should have used my hero point.
Oh yeah, totally. Benefisto, help me!
So
Good for my roll.
you can re-roll any d20, and everybody does have 3 points. So it is up to you guys. You can take extra actions, recall spells, add a bonus before or after a roll to any d20. If it's after, you only get 4. If it's before, you get 8. You can act out a turn. Those are a few things you can do.
I'm re-rolling this.
Okay.
Oh.
You lose one.
Well, we don't have to worry about fighting Scarlet anymore.
So, Jack, you step to the side of these tentacles, almost getting tripped by one, and you've got your hands just digging at this cod piece that's strapped around you, and as you take a step, it rolls one of your testicles across the cod piece as it's clamped down, and you go, and it gives you that instant gag as you step to the side, and you take 5 points of damage.
Worst re-roll
Ever.
ever.
How can I possibly get worse than a 5?
Oh dear God.
Okay.
All right. Ashinda steps out of the tentacles and squares off towards this cadre of black shadowy demons surrounded by fire. What does he do?
Coming off of the fire?
Say what?
Is there actually heat coming off of the fire?
Thank you for reminding me. He takes.
Oh God.
This isn't fair. I feel like if he knew, he wouldn't have moved so close.
He takes 4 points of fire damage.
Alright. Pulling up the sheet, hold on.
You should be able to click on this icon. I do -4.
Oh, wait, what?
The green circle.
Oh, nice. Okay. Wow, that's pretty cool. Um, okay, he's gonna move back then. Back here.
Okay.
You hide. You hide behind the fire.
He
And-
does. He does have a bow, I believe.
Yeah, I just realized that. And he's gonna pull out his bow.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack.
No.
Hold on.
Hello, hello.
Yep.
Okay?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh my god! I'm rolling is horrible.
Hey, jackass, you suck.
Hello, hello.
Yep, we can hear you.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Okay, sorry. No, it's just my screen. My page isn't doing anything, but I can hear voices, so it's.
Oh, and Michael's out.
And he's
So,
out.
Ashinda takes a step back, pulls back on his bow, lets loose an arrow, and it passes through just the fire and doesn't hit any one of the instances. I was going to ask you which one you were aiming at, but it doesn't matter.
Alright. Just a note, I probably have till like 5:15 max.
Okay. This guard also finished reloading his bow and takes a shot, and the arrow just sails overhead. Tyrael, he pulls out he knocks another arrow, and fires at the one in front.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Let me double check something. Oh. There we go. Okay. There's 5 of them. So he hits this one, and as the arrow strikes true, it vanishes in a swirl of arcane
Oh.
magic.
Maybe mirror images.
Let's hope.
As another one, as one disappears, the 3 instances of the 4 creatures of this thing, one turns to they all turn towards. Do I have the right one? Mikhail,
Mhm.
you feel this thing's gaze turn towards you, and as you feel its like empty, hollow eyes stare at you, you see it finish some incantation, and you begin laughing uncontrollably, just out of nowhere, in the face of death and pure destruction that is emanating from this thing, you just laugh at your own existence, like, what am I even doing here? And you can make a saving throw on your own turn, but for
Okay.
now you are laughing hideously. The other castle guard that's backed up behind Ashinda takes a shot at the Oop, I did the wrong one. It takes aim with his crossbow, lowers it, and fires again, and it just sails harmlessly between the multitude of things before it. Benefisto, you feel the ring just nearly about to snap your finger off.
Yay. I'm going to use a hero point to add 8 to my roll.
Okay. Good choice. So as this thing is just crushing down on your bone, you just bear down with all the power that you have and peel this ring. And you watch as it peels some of the very skin off of your finger. And you just let out this guttural "Ah!" as you peel this ring, and it clatters to the floor as it shrinks and continues to just almost disappear.
Now I'm afraid to fall off the god.
Do it quickly, it'll hurt less.
Crush your
Peels off the skin.
Just let it get crushed.
Quick game, quick game.
You still
And then I'll take out my sling,
okay?
and that's it.
All right. As you do, you feel this like throb from your club, almost this like this ache and this need.
Yeah.
And you can almost hear this voice. Avatar, calling you from the club.
Is that what you call this game?
It's sovereign, actually.
Do you still want to take out your...
No,
Sling?
I'll take out my club and my shield.
So as you grab the club and hoist it in the air, you feel this surge of divine energy almost pulse through your arm, and you can feel the very elements of nature at your grasp, and you can feel fire and ice and electricity crackling in your hand, and you feel it call to you, what do you choose? And you have a choice to add fire, ice, or electrical damage. And this is a one-time choice.
One-time choice right now. I'll go lightning.
Okay. So your club now has 1d6 lightning damage.
Wow.
And you can feel the voice of Gorza, the god of nature. Yes. As you the pulsing electricity crackles through your body. Jack.
Well, I should probably spend another hero point and add 8 to this roll.
Come on.
Dwayne, help me!
Thank God.
So So you feel this thing shrinking, and you get your thumbs dug underneath the straps, and you just pull it off, and the buckles the buckles just snap off as you push it away from you, and you feel this just release of as you can finally breathe again. You're no longer nauseated.
God.
And you have your move action still.
I think I just pull out the blade.
Okay.
Get her loaded up.
As you guys are kind of bolstering yourself to affront this creature, you hear banging on the other side from poles or something else trying to break the door down. And a couple of the castle guards shout, "Help! We need help!" And Ashinda looks around and realizes he's the only one standing in front of this thing.
Charge!
You're gonna...
Achinda probably he runs over to try to help open the door.
Okay.
This man has no honor. We will get help.
What's your combat maneuver defense, your CMD again?
Can you pull it up? There's a huge delay loading these character sheets. So sorry about the delay.
I know. I leave mine open and double click the banner, it'll minimize it.
Oh, okay. 20.
20? Okay.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Awesome.
So as Ashinda enters this writhing mass of black flame and tentacles, they whip around him and grab him, and he's held right there. He also takes... I'm having the same thing. It takes a second for it to load. While I'm getting the damage for it, Ashinda starts wrestling with this black flame, and Mikhail, make a... dang it.
A laugh save.
Yeah. I believe it'll be a will save.
Okay. Oh, yes!
Nice. Nice. Yeah, so... So you just bursting up laughing, like almost doubled over, holding yourself up against the wall, and your song had ended, and as you kind of gather yourself and realize the direness of the situation, you stand back up and you look around and you're able to stifle the laughter and realize what the hell is going on, and you're able to save from it. But this turn is forfeit by trying to hold yourself against it.
Okay.
Tyrael's gonna take another shot. Whoa.
Take a shot.
And he looses the arrow, and it flies, and it just misses the one in front and strikes the one in the chest right behind it on this side. And as it does, it just silently vanishes in a swirl of arcane energy. This creature chuckles out again. If I can get one of you to laugh. and he casts man, sorry, this is taking forever to load.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
I'm glad it's not me. Oh.
Ashinda, as he kind of turns and runs to the door, as he starts grappling with these flames, he's overwhelmed by this sense of dread and fear, and just these terrifying waves of power like wash over him. I need him to make a fortitude save. Where'd it go? Oh, he just made it. So as he's just inundated with this power and terrifying fear, he's able to just realize the situation around him, and instead of becoming panicked, or no, yeah, so he's panicked for one round. And he drops his sword in the middle of this black writhing flame, and looks around, and you could tell he's shaking in his armor.
Oof.
He's gonna pee himself.
Oh.
Suggestions? I feel like my control of Ashinda has been pretty terrible so far.
Well, he actually made the save, so Benefisto, feeling this just crackling energy in your hand, you watch Ashinda drop his sword in this wide-eyed white terror, as you're kind of right by him, see into his helmet, and you look at this creature just surrounded in flames. What do you do?
I call a lightning storm.
Nice. Can it? You call it inside?
Yeah.
Doesn't it need to have a certain size?
It covers a certain size.
This will.
I don't think it limits.
Call lightning.
At least when I read it, there was nothing saying that it stops from a certain. If the room's not big enough.
Oh yeah, functions indoor or underground, but not underwater. Nice. Okay.
I don't know why it didn't function.
So, all right. Does he get a save?
Yeah, reflex for half. And so I'll call down one of the bolts to strike just one of them, the center one. Sure. Why
What's
not?
the DC?
18?
18. Okay. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oops. I need one more. Fat fingers. That's 13.
So as this bolt of lightning strikes down, you watch just it pulverize the ground below it and almost arc straight through this being as it dissipates and disappears. Jack, after a short bout of coughing, you've got Ripley out.
Oh my god. I'm gonna take a step out and shoot at this this one.
Okay. Roll for attack.
The blue one.
Nice.
Yeah. Where was that roll with my was that?
Very nice. So you levy this gun down, train right through the flames, and this shot rings out in this chamber as it and the bullet sinks square into its chest, and it lets out this writhing.
Heard him.
Hit it there.
I guess you hit the right one.
That too.
The castle guards are reloading their bows, and the other ones are kind of taking out their bows and backing up with Kagar as they back out towards a door to the side.
Hmm.
Oh, gonna run, are ya?
Ishinda, as the white hot terror that just overwhelmed him, he kind of snaps out of it and looks down and needs to make a combat maneuver check. It should be a CM.
Is it check?
Yeah, it's CMB.
I see the CMP value. I don't see where you do the like a
Go to attacks.
it's attack.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Click the dice.
Oh, nice.
So he tries to wrestle out of the flames, but they just, as soon as he gets free of one, another one snags his arm. And he takes 5 damage from this turn.
Whew.
And 13 damage from last turn.
Oh. What happened last year? Oh, when he was cut.
Mikhail, with your wits about you, you've got a pretty good view of this creature from behind the pillar.
Shoot it! Shinda's not in front of me.
Your song did end because you were laughing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it.
Okay. So let me. So you again, you take out your bow, draw back, loose an arrow, and it's +2 to damage as well. Or never mind, you don't have a song.
I have +1 from arcane shot, and I don't think it's point blank, so that would be the only other thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's +2 to damage, but not from the song.
Okay. So you loose this arrow, and as the arrow just gets past your bow, it bursts into flames, flies through the fire, and almost pulls some of the fire with it, sinks into its chest, and it lets out another terrifying shriek as it gets hit in the chest.
The time for singing is done.
Tyrael also he aims his bow. Oop. What just happened? Oh, there we go.
Move Keiko back. For,
I was trying to fire the bow.
Nice.
So Tyrael takes aim, fires his bow, streaks through the fire, and hits the creature again right in the chest. I didn't check to see if... I don't think he is. No. And lets out another terrifying shriek as the arrow sinks into his chest. Kagar's gone. The castle guards also disappear behind the door.
Fuck you guys.
The other two guys, they fire their bows again. One of them lands and hits one of the shadows, and it disappears again. Another bout of arcane magic disappearing. And the other one just it actually finds purchase, but it just goes right through its body. Benefisto.
Leap through the
why
fire.
not?
Yes. Do it.
So as you
So-
run,
Yeah.
go ahead.
As I do that, I call down a bolt of lightning to strike him.
Okay. Roll for damage.
Ooh, boy. That one.
Add 1.
No, I was laughing at the one.
Oh. So as you dive through the flames, the heat just engulfs you as you get close, and you're dealt 15 points of damage.
Probably
And
not.
and your lightning bolt streaks through the sky, coming down and hits him. Was that your action to call the lightning?
No, that's a free action. So now
Okay.
I'll attack.
So, did you add your masterwork stuff to it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So you rear back and you tag it right in the side of this just gnarly looking bone club, and it lets out this as you can kind of hear it kind of sinking in from its lungs. Also roll your 1d6 for your lightning damage.
Nice.
All right. 8.
Fucking issue.
Can I add that to the automatic roll, or is...
You can. I'll help you later if you want.
Okay.
Let me see. Ooh. So as you run up to it, it like looks you square in the face and looms over you. You hear it almost whisper, "You're nothing. I'll see you again." Make an attack of opportunity.
Nice. Come on, James. Kill it. Oh, nice.
And then that for the lightning damage. That's what I should have said before I charged in. Thumbs up. Let's do this. Leroy!
So as you just kind of smack it in the arm, you feel it like stop dead on as its arms are outstretched, and it just chuckles and finishes its spell and vanishes.
Well,
Coward.
James, you got the trident piece, right?
As you look around, the flames and the black black fire also just disappear and fade.
Nice.
And you're left in this eerily quiet room.
I'm gonna pretend to check if this guy's alive. But I don't have heal, so I have no idea how I'm gonna do it.
Make a heal check.
Okay, give me a second.
Easy.
-1.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So you look at him pretty quick, and it looks like he's breathing, but he was brought to like death's door, suffocated, and then just dropped, and he's holding on, but he's just unconscious. Say what?
Hagakuda?
You don't know.
No, we don't know who this guy is.
Interrogate him.
You will know Yakuda.
As the doors are no longer held by the tentacles, the two more guards burst in, and they're looking frantically around for what's going on, and they kind of immediately assume that you are the threat, and they kind of point towards you guys and say, "Drop your weapons." And one of the guards is like, "No, hold on. They were just helping us. They're good. They're Kagar made it out of the chamber."
Oh, thank God there was still a guard there.
Yeah, no kidding. All right,
Those-
gang, I'm gonna let you wrap up the post game.
Okie dokie.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Good stuff, man.
I've been waiting for this for so long.
Oh,
So it's
That
getting
was-
back in the swing of things.
yeah.
That was
All
seriously
right.
awesome.
Good night, guys.
Take care.
Night, take it easy. Well, what do you guys think?
I don't know what more we can do.
Masks?
Put your mask.
No, we get the mask on and we go free the magical creatures.
Next 20 minutes.
Yeah, totally. Maybe we should hold off till next time, given that there's gonna be plot and a chance for people to talk. I would
Yeah,
assume.
I wasn't gonna really get us going forward much, and just kind of see if there was anything you guys wanted to do for the macros or touch base with anything else.
Adding the automatic lightning damage.